Yeah, and it's my mom. Hang on a minute, this will be fun. Mom, I'm gaming right now!
Yes. Yes, you are.
Mom, I'm gaming right now! With my friends, Mom!
Hey, don't do that, me! Hey, I'm here too!
Mom! I'm gaming with my friends! What do you want?
Hey,
And I'm streaming, Mom! Mom!
I'm hanging up.
I love you, Mom.
Only 5 minutes left. Fire team that fights together stays together. Double down. Tell them to line up faster. Fantastic work.
Oh my God. I didn't just do that, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I think Marv would have been very proud of me in that moment.
I have the holocron. See here. You didn't make it, Grease.
Here? Did you get up?
Ah! Ah! I don't know what happened there. Wikipedia for me, but I have a Wikipedia, and I hate it. Oh wait, is that an empty? Tell me that's an empty suit. Okay, it's an empty suit. Okay. Oh, but I don't like the music that's playing. I do not care for the music that is playing right now. And there's a lot of ammo around here. There's a lot of ammo around here. I could have swore that was somebody hanging there. I could have swore that was somebody hanging there.
Which
And-
should be the upcoming update that's...
What the hell is that?
That is Barry. Barry. So you gotta say hey to
So
Barry.
is this the haunted house in the Halloween season?
More or less.
And they just keep all their
just keep going along.
other
You're doing
prop?
fine. You're doing fine.
Oh fuck! What was that? What was that? What the hell is that?
What was that? I don't know. You tell me.
What was that? Okay, yeah. You know what? T? You know I will get you for this.
Yeah, I know.
I will
Oh,
get you.
bullshit! You're the one, dude. You're the one that took me to TWA at night. I don't want to fucking.
Oh, well, I missed this.
All right. Anything on your
Here
EMF?
Do you want to play ball with me? Okay. Fuck that.
We are off and running, chat. Here we go. All right, Phil, move forward. Now, Phil, I will tell you right now, I will not leave you alone in this game. Open this door, Phil. Open this door to your left.
The one that I'm okay.
Yeah, the one on the left. Okay, walk in there. And read what is on the portrait, Phil.
How was that? Was that you?
No.
Because I didn't read anything and I just heard a noise.
No. Just
Magna.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
That switch does not seem to do anything. Exactly. It just shuts off the armor.
It shuts off the armor.
Let me see if there's a switch over here.
Happy
Well,
lamp.
these switches here.
That was not us.
Again. Alright.
I think I heard Sabrina say mom.
Huh?
What?
She
I thought you were in another room.
No, she didn't say anything.
Did you not?
I heard that.
I thought that was.
I thought that was Serena. I heard Mom.
Me too.
I heard it too.
It wasn't.
That was not a real person.
I'll tell you what, I know, I'm gonna take a seat over here.
Maker.
Maker. You're probably told not to speak to strangers. And that's fine. That's fine. My name is T. And over there's my...
Was that you squeaking?
Ooh, no, that wasn't. I heard that.
Yeah, that's now I hear you squeaking.
I heard
What was that? It sounded like a voice.
I don't... It did.
Yeah, it wasn't your. Because
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't. Nothing got caught in my throat. There was. I marked it, but it was a mumble. Did you heard that, right?
100%.
Cat, I swear, are you really doing this to me? Are you seeing this? Ah! Damn it, Cat! Don't. Oh my God! The cat. You little jerk! Man? What did you do to my game, Cat? I swear to God.
Is that still going off in there, Tina? I would like the cat balls. Someone needs some cat balls.
What was that?
Someone needs some cat balls. You have.
What is that? What is that? Do you hear that, Pip? It's a very. Wow. Hang on. It's a very rushed. It sounds like a rushed whisper.
Someone needs some cat balls.
I'm now slowing it down to 175. I'm hearing turn around. Does anyone else hear that? Which is ironic when you think about it, because usually people say, "Oh, all theaters are haunted." I don't think all theaters are haunted.
Well, this one's definitely, no, they're definitely.
I mean, something's.
Yes, yeah, oh yeah.
But
They're just not talking to us right now.
they're just not talking to us right now.
You want to go into the green room?
But I ask you, since when does an actor never want to talk about themselves?
Yeah.
Hi everyone, it's me, Twitch Dad, and I'm here. Yeah, this is where it starts to get super creepy. This is the game Cyberpunk 2077 wanted to be, chat. I'm just going to come out and say it. This is the game Cyberpunk 2077 wanted to be. So, there you go.
Well, pitter patter, let's get at her.
Okay. Glad I got that out of my system. Overriding it could destroy my software. But I made that choice when I hooked into that first computer and the consequences it would bring. I'm sorry we went to see the outside together. But I needed to carry on the memories of humanity to hold on to the past. But I see futures in companions and you. Here, let me take that off of you. You were my friend, the very best I could have asked for. Oh, damn it. This is going to be another Last of Us ending where I cry, isn't it? I'm tearing up already. Oh. He's headbutting him. Oh. Oh, my heart! Oh, my heart! Oh. Why am I crying in a video game? Oh my god. I did it, hon. I did it, hon. I finished Stray. Worth every minute. Worth every minute. I'll move your butt just a little bit.
What?
I wonder if she's pregnant.
She does look like. I was just wondering if her belly was a little bit big.
Yeah,
Maybe that might be why she's hungry.
that might be.
So, Jack, you are upset that Wesley fought for Virginia, fought against his own people from Gettysburg. That must have been aggravating.
Did someone just? Did you just whisper? Did you just whisper?
Keep going. Everything you got.
No, I don't know. I'm worried.
He's back at red.
Come on.
Oh no.
Steve
We got him.
Saylor? Steve Saylor? You did it! You did it! Congratulations, Steve Saylor! You just picked up your second seal, and it's a motherfucking red seal! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go!
I fucking love it when T gets hyped.
The team made entirely of your clan. Hold on. I'm going for it.
Right?
Yeah, you just saw 80 inches of me touching my nipples on your wall. You're never gonna look at your wall the same way again. Okay. Trying some new music tonight. I'm excited. I got new music. And it's also Friday night, and I got more evidence to go through, and you're with me. How you doing, everybody? It's great to see you all. Great to see you all, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to this latest review of what's happening at Linville Manor. My name is T. You can call me TT Monster or Twitch Dad. Pleasure to bring you all this review stream. And for those of you who are curious, yes, oh, cat cam. Cat cam is blocked. No. Fixed. Pro streamer, everybody. Watch from the pros. You'll learn from the pros. All right, let me see if I can.
Shuffle.
Really? Just that little nut. There we go. I think it's, well, now you can barely hear it. Yeah, that's nice. That's good. I think that's a good bit. That's good bed music level. But hi, everybody. Just so everybody knows and everybody's clear, I am live streaming on both YouTube and on wow. Let me try that again. Woo! I am that pumped to be here. I am that pumped to be here. So anyway, yes, I am streaming on both YouTube and on Twitch tonight, and you are watching a review stream. Now, what's happening on a review stream? Well, this is actually a special review stream because you're actually going to be seeing me kicking off my new project. This is a big old project that I got going on, and I have been putting this off. In the words of Bilbo Baggins, I've been putting this off for far too long. But yeah, it has finally come to pass. I am now going in and I am finally digitizing all of my music. The music that I've collected over 30 years of soundtracks, of CDs. You know, I just said I got to do this because we got this monster Foot Locker, and it's mine. It's all my music. And I said, you know what? I think I'm just going to go on ahead and I'm going to digitize this whole kit and caboodle, get it done. And the goal is 20 CDs in one day. Yeah, 20 CDs a day. And hopefully I can get that under control. And, you know, there's a lot of reasons, but let me just check this one out. Yes. Okay. But yeah, I am currently on, let me see which CD. Yeah, this is CD number 9. I have so far managed to rip 8 CDs. They're all right here, and we are off. We are off and running. And out of these 8 CDs, 4 of the 8 CDs are not soundtracks. I collect soundtracks, man. I collect them like popcorn, like popcorn buckets for some people who do popcorn buckets. Yeah, I don't collect popcorn buckets, but there you go. For your information, may burn out as a CD writer. I might, but the one that I've got currently is actually quite good. It just arrived today. So I hooked it up and I'm gonna give it a proper shakedown. Like Pez dispensers. That might be a better analogy. Like Pez dispensers. But I'm not gonna make the CDs my focus for tonight. My focus is gonna be on what happened at Linville Manor. And I hope everybody is having a good start to the weekend. I sure did, because my God, if you haven't looked at Instagram and watch the video of Alex Jones trying to figure out who the Onion is, because it was very clear when he said the Onion newspaper, he was absolutely clueless. He had no idea what the Onion was. Not a freaking clue. And you can eat food again. Let's go, Marv. How about that? Let's go. And then there was a letter. There was a letter from the CEO. There was a letter from the CEO of The Onion explaining why he bought InfoWars, which I'm just going to come out and say it. It was some of the funniest stuff I have read online in a long time. Oh, I just realized 7 minutes ago, Death Savior resubbed for 21 months. So thank you very much for that. I certainly do appreciate that, Death Savior. Thank you so much. 21 months. That's a freaking long time. You're coming up now on 2 years. You're only a few months away, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Boom. So I got a little further into the footage from Linville, and
That's what I appreciate about you.
That's what I appreciate about you. And I'm really happy with the way the footage is turning out. We got a lot to look at tonight. It's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a real good night. But no EVPs, nothing new compared to last night. It's still been. So here's what I would say about what I saw today, as opposed to what we found last night. I would say one of the biggest differences between yesterday and today was that I was focused on Phil and Liana and Steve Saylor's investigation in the ballroom. For where I was, we'll have to take a look at that footage on another review time. And right now, nothing has changed. Right now, pretty much it's pretty much exactly where we left it. And for those of you who are new to the stream, both over on YouTube and on Twitch, just so you know, I am paying attention to chat in both, and I'm actually taking I'm taking questions in real time. The idea is that I want to make sure that these review sessions are all above board, and that you see what I'm doing behind the scenes. It's an attempt at full transparency when it comes to what we do in paranormal investigations. I want you to see the other side of it. I want you to see what it's like when you have to, okay, you shoot all this stuff, you know, you've got all the cameras and everything, but it's not just to shoot yourselves, it's to shoot the space. And it's also to record the space and hopefully find out if something is if something is quirky, if something is amiss, if something is beyond explanation. And that's what I'm going for. That is pretty much what I'm going for. And it's been fun. It's been fun sharing the discovery process with you. And let's see, is that the disc I want? Yes, that's the disc I want. Okay. So I'm going to eject that disc. Great. Just give me 1 second, everybody. Oh, season 3. Plug. You're going to hear the chime. Hold on. But for those of you who have never been, hey, there you go. You're double dipping there, Death Savior. I see you over there on YouTube. Thanks again for the resub. I certainly do appreciate it. And thank you for your support on YouTube as well. You're going to have a lot of membership content coming to you. I want you to be ready for that. A lot of membership content coming to you. And other members, of course. So yeah, if you've never been at my stream on one of these on one of these review streams, what I do is I basically put on Premiere, and then I walk you through everything that I'm looking at. And it is what I call the other side, because not many people look at paranormal investigation beyond like the shows that they see. You know, they don't see anything beyond that. And what I do is I'm like, look, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna walk you through everything that we're going through right now, so you can see, yes, this is what we're doing. Cannot be opened in this version? Really? That's a bit of a disappointment. Well, then let me do this. Let me go ahead and close Premiere. Let me close Premiere, and then I'm going to see if I can't update. And the beautiful thing is because of my new crash hot interwebs, this update should not take long. First I gotta find the cloud. Yeah, there's the Creative Cloud. There's Premiere, and it says what? You just launched Premiere. Don't do that. I did not want you to launch Premiere. I want you to update Premiere. Okay, so I got that. Yeah, let's update, please. Please update. Great. So that's what we're doing here. And if you, okay, we'll try this instead, and then we'll try it again. It's basically saying, wow, really? Why is my Premiere Pro not updating? Why, chat? Why is my Premiere Pro not updating? That's a bit of a oh, no worries, Chaos. It's okay. If you want if you need to heal up based on a concussion, let that heal up come first, okay? That's what matters. And Wolfie, thank you very much for that follow. Certainly do appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yes. More of that, please. More of that, my girl.
It's just bizarre. I can't quite understand what. Yeah, it does not want to update my my Adobe Premiere. That's weird. At least on the PC side of things. So the other option I have, I know the other option I have. I just going ahead. I'll run Premiere regardless. I will just pick up where I left off with the footage that I was playing around with. We'll just do it on a different. It's gonna have to be the best. That's all I can do, because for whatever reason, Adobe Premiere will not update. I wonder if it's a operating system thing. It shouldn't be. Shouldn't be an operating system thing. I'm up to date. Give me a second, everybody. Let me just open this project just so I can get this ready. So there was the project from last night. and it's basically going to pick up where I left off, but that's okay. Jason, good to see you. Good to see you over on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Now, one of the things I can do is I can always check the footage, and then I'll let it get caught up. So the whole notion behind the CDs, it was that we're getting ready to bring in a brand new couch, and this is for the media room that's behind me, past that archway you see in the cat. In the cat camp. Good gravy. And what I'm doing here is I'm basically we have this giant. Originally, the original plan was the Foot Locker that had all of these CDs in it that I was going to eventually digitize and take care of. Well, turns out we don't have room for it. We're going to have something entirely different. We're actually going to have a proper table where people can either prop their feet up or put drinks or something on. I mean, yes, in a pinch, the Foot Locker could have worked, right? The Foot Locker could have worked, but instead, no. Pip was like, "We're gonna have something proper in here, so you might have to do this thing that you were planning with your CDs sooner rather than later." And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so." So that's what I've been doing. I've been focusing on trying to get as many CDs as I can get digitized in a day, and then we'll see where we go from there. So I'm going to try not to die on your Death Savior. It'd be great for the analytics, but that's beside the point. Now I did get a question. What is the hexagon next to the fan? Oh, good eye. If you're talking about the thing that is on the wall, that is that was something that I had at the old house, and it was a bunch of pins that I got from Loot Crate, and it's a collection of pins from Loot Crate. Originally, that hung up in the stairwell, and I said, you know what? I now have room for it in the office, so now it's in the office. So it's a whole bunch of pins, and the pins include everything from video games to movies, all this great stuff that we got from Loot Crate. So, I don't even is Loot Crate still around? Is Loot Crate still a thing? I'm not 100% sure if it's still a thing or not. But no, I love me. So back in the day, I loved me some Loot Crate. I absolutely adored Loot Crate. Okay, now I don't think I'm going to let this be a distraction. Ooh, that's bad. Yeah, that's real bad. So the process of getting the music digitized off of this hard media, the physical media, it has been a bit of a challenge, but I got it going. I've got a nice system going, I should say. It's been working pretty foolproof, and I thought, yeah, I'll be able to burn stuff onto a disc while I stream. But right now, some discs I'm noticing they're being a bit stubborn. So I'm going to try this one more time. If it continues to be an issue, I'm not going to try to multitask. I'm just going to focus on the task at hand. But I hope, but while I'm waiting for things to mount and CDs to read and all this stuff, I'm hoping that everybody had a really good Friday and they have a good start to the start to the weekend, I should say. I had a pretty good start to this weekend. Pretty much it was clips of Alex Jones trying to figure out who the hell the Onion was, and of course the Onion's response as to why. It was really funny too. They actually posted on social media, which is something I just reminded myself. They just posted on social media. So does anybody need $1 million worth of $1 million worth of supplements? And some people were throwing out suggestions in the thread. One of which was you should send them to an independent lab to see if they really are as worthless as people think they are. And I think that's a brilliant idea. I think that is an absolutely banger of an idea. I hope it happens. But concerning, no, do not give these supplements to homeless shelters. Don't know, Cammy, if you're familiar with Alex Jones, but the guy was a bit of a shyster. You know, he was claiming that he took these supplements to, you know, take off, 10, 5, 20 years off of his life. It did no such thing. It was basically just a show. No, not actual vitamins. These were vitamins that Alex Jones of InfoWars was producing. So God knows where they came from or what their actual value were. But I would say, yeah, send them to a lab. Have people look it over. But speaking of social media, I wanted to make sure that I started saying this on my stream, and I'm going to be saying this pretty much every stream from now until next Friday. But for those of you that follow me on the socials, Twitter, the platform formerly known as, I'm shutting that thing down. I'm starting to get spam, and before you go, oh man, freaking porn bots. No, I'm getting spam from the right wingers now. I'm getting spam from some of the most ridiculous people I've ever heard. One of them was saying that the reason why Kamala Harris ran was because of a tax break. And I'm like, there are easier ways of doing, there are easier ways of getting, come to Blue Sky. Oh, I've been a Blue Sky, man. I was actually an early adopter. I've been on Blue Sky for the past year. And the only reason that I stepped away from Blue Sky was because at that time, no one in my social circles was using it. That was the only reason that I went back. Because one of the things that happened was, so I was at TwitchCon, and I had pinned as a tweet, look, I am no longer here. You can find me at Blue Sky or on Threads. And man, at TwitchCon, everybody was trying to get in touch with me via Twitter. Everybody was trying to get to me via Twitter. And I think the climate concerning Blue Sky has changed dramatically. Now, Threads is the one that Facebook started, and it's not bad. It's not bad. I get a lot of the only thing I don't like about, Blue Sky is closer to what Twitter was when it first went online, and I think it's because the people that started Blue Sky were people that were there at the beginning of Twitter. The problem with the problem with Threads is Facebook. I follow a lot of people on Threads, but I keep getting suggestions of complete and utter randos. So Threads is okay, but I'm rediscovering the joy of Blue Sky. I'm enjoying that. And if anybody's curious, I'm still learning my it's the tmonster.bsky.social. That's the tmonster.bsky.social. Or if you go on to Blue Sky, just do a search for the T Monster and you'll see me there. And even Pip has joined in on the group. Pip is also on Blue Sky as well. She just launched hers today, so I'm happy with that. I noticed I get more engagement on Blue Sky even though I've not been active. I wonder why. Yeah, it is. It's very much like it's very much like Twitter when it first went live. And I've always thought that of Blue Sky, but the problem was that people that I was engaging with were not on Blue Sky. They just weren't there. Now it feels like there's been a shift. I think if Twitch jumps ship and says we're no longer posting on Twitter, we're going to be posting on Blue Sky now, I think that would actually help it out a lot. And as far as why they haven't done anything on Blue Sky, I haven't really looked to see if Twitch is on Blue Sky, but I'd like to see them come around on that. It would only help the platform. It would only help the platform. So so that's my little announcement that I wanted to make sure I got out before I forgot. That I'm going to be reminding everyone that there's going to be a countdown, and this time next week I'm going to be off Twitter. And that may not seem like a big deal because I mean a lot of people have been jumping ship, but for me this is a big deal. I mean I've written books about Twitter. Yes, they were longer than 140 characters. Yes, I've done several books on Twitter. I have done sections of social media guides where I prominently featured Twitter. I used to love Twitter. Twitter, if you were to give me a choice of all the platforms that were out there, Twitter was my favorite. And watching its demise since the Emperor took over and promptly told us that he has no clothes, I gotta say I knew it was going to be a fast descent. I did not expect it to be that fast. But it also, to me, it kind of just illustrated. It's been the true illustration of Elon's superpower of signing checks. That's his superpower. Elon Musk can sign checks. No one can sign a check like Elon Musk. And on that I say good on you. But it has been frustrating to watch. I that's the best way I can describe it. It has been frustrating to watch. Because in these books that I went into on Twitter, I talked about its potential. And when it first came on the scene, you know, yeah, it's always had a dark side. It's always had a dark side. It's always had its problems. It's always had its issues. But there was a time where Twitter had amazing potential to do amazing things. I think that's the only way. I mean, I know that sounds very Pollyanna, but it's true. I really and honestly thought that there were things about Twitter, ways that it could mobilize people, ways that it could really help in bringing people together from all different parts of the world. I found that so impressive, and Twitter had such promise, and I felt like it did reach it. It did reach it. And say that again. You think I have a strange sound glitch? I don't know if it's the music or if it's just me, but as far as I know, I'm looking at my levels right now. I mean, there's music. I got music happening here. But as far as I know, we're all good. Twitter, when people needed real-time info during the Arab Spring, was vital. Exactly. That's the thing I've been talking about. Twitter has its place, but Twitter had its moment. Twitter had its place, and when it was good, it was incredible. And it's a bit heartbreaking because I've been on the platform since 2007. 2007, so well over 15 years. I have never left Twitter, and it's funny. I think about that great moment with Q and Picard. No, I'm not talking about in the modern set. I'm talking about in the Next Generation. It was actually the series finale, and Q pops his head up and he goes, "Goodbye, John Luke. It's been fun, but remember, all good things must come to an end." And that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. It's kind of how I'm feeling right now. But you know, if it's gonna come to an end, you know, I'd rather I'd rather just go on ahead and say, yeah, I'm making the call. I'm done. And what I mean by that is I really don't think Elon is going to keep Twitter for free. I think he's going to try to whittle it down as much as he can so that you know, if you want to even use Twitter for more than, say, 5 tweets, not to put any ideas in the idiot's head, but I could easily see him do something like, oh yeah, if you want to tweet more than 5 times a day, yeah, then you're gonna have to upgrade. He has done so much to undermine this platform that I
Emotional
there you
damage.
go. Emotional damage indeed, Cammy. Emotional damage indeed. So it's time, especially with some of the weird right. I mean, I'm talking extreme right wing stuff that I'm picking up. I don't want to see any clips involving Tucker Carlson. I really don't. That's not my jam. And also with the way Elon has been so kind of blasé concerning security. Yeah, I just the money getting converted to Bitcoin will be, yeah, exactly. It's pretty much a lot of I noticed that Elon's biggest supporters over on Twitter, if not right-wing extremists, are Bitcoin and BetMGM. So it's going to be, you know, I have a feeling, if you want to hear my 2 cents on this, I really would like to see Twitch find a place on Blue Sky, because I have a feeling Kick is going to pretty much dominate X. And if they want to do that, more power to them. You know, so long as they're happy, I guess. When they're not wrecking McLarens or, you know, gifting Cybertrucks to Trump. But you know, hey, I know that first off, I know the guy who wrecked his McLaren while streaming. I know. He is no longer. He has been permabanned. But you know, I'm not worried about it. Anyway, this is a shorter just chatting section, because we need to get into the meat and potatoes of why we're here, and how we're going to do it is this. So bear with me, everybody, because I may have to do some odd behind the scenes pokery jiggery, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up where I left off on the Mac side of things, because apparently the Mac version of Premiere is newer than the one that I've got on my PC, and the one on my PC refuses to update. So I'll just pretend it's all one big file, and then I'll merge the two a little later. So what are we doing tonight, kids? So let me explain again what it is that we do here on Thursdays and Fridays now. Unless my wife suddenly has a desire to you know, put on the proton pack and say, hey, let's go and let's have some fun. Say this is Satanic Panic Experiment version 2.5. So what we're doing tonight is we are doing what is called a footage review stream. And what that is
That's what she said.
You made me jump on that one, Cammy. Thank you. But what we do is we pick up where we left off, right? We go on ahead and we pull up footage from the most recent event and we review it. This is going to be the future of the proton pack comment. Yeah, I know. That's what the cool kids are calling it anyway. They're calling it a proton pack. So anyway, the idea is that we're going to take a look at the footage that we have, and we're going to see if we caught anything. The last night was kind of cool because we actually caught an EVP on stream. That was fun. So let me just do this real quick. I just want to double check something here. Okay. So that played. Let me just see if I can burn it now. See if it rips. Okay, and so what I do is I basically bring I bring the footage together and I start looking at and reviewing it, because what you don't see from a lot of the television shows, you do not see this process. Now, they would sometimes do a montage, particularly Taps would do this. They would do a montage of them sitting there watching the footage, reviewing the footage, but you never really saw it in real time. And you'll hear me say this often. When people come in and they go, "Oh, you're faking this. This whole thing is BS. You know, you're adding stuff in post, etc., etc." I always say, well, then you need to come to one of my footage reviews. That way you can see I don't have time. I do not have that kind of time to try to sneak something into post. That way lies madness. I just don't have that. So what I do instead is I invite people to come in, take a look at the process. I'm gonna pause that music there, and I invite people to just sit with me and review footage. And we go through hours of stuff. We go through hours of material, and people very quickly find out, oh, this is legit. And then, yeah, this is legit. This is very legit. So let me just see first where we are in this particular segment.
I don't know what it said.
I don't know what it said. So what happened was, it came out.
Oh, okay. So, wait, so that was right. We just started listening to the portal.
Now?
So yeah, Phil just brought in a portal. Now the portal is a device that we use where we plug in a spirit box into this portal. Now, how the portal works is that when you listen to a regular spirit box, whether you listen to it in SDs or whether you listen to it open air, the whole point of the spirit, one of the things the spirit box does is that it cycles through different channels. So it's going. What the portal does is that it uses reverb, wah-wah. It uses all these different filters to take out the and only focus on the hits that come through clearly, which is why they sound a little echoey and they sound boosted. And that's what Phil's done. He has created his own portal, and right now that is what we're listening to. Now, if I remember correctly, where I left off, Liana had not come in just yet. There we go. That's closer, because the first thing we hear is a yep.
Did you hear that?
Okay. I didn't hear that earlier. Let me just go back.
Okay, I guess it did. I don't know how to pull up pictures though.
I don't either.
All right, before anybody says anything, I have a feeling. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that in a second there, Kemi. But okay, so you'll notice there's a little anomaly here, and I'm gonna slowly go through it. It goes up, comes down, and then fades off screen. Do I think that is an orb? No. I am not necessarily a fan of orbs. And here's why. I don't necessarily think orbs are all that, mainly because I feel like I feel like a lot of faith is given to them, but I've been to several locations where let's just say there's so many orbs, it's a little overwhelming. And that's when I go, yeah, this is no longer a situation where this thing is moving on its own accord. This is dust. And dust does a lot of different. Now, when I say that there's an orb, do I think do I think people are not seeing? If you see orbs with the naked eye, that's a little different. That's a little different because that means it's something that's giving off light. This is IR footage. This is infrared footage, which means it picks up everything, including dust. So no, I don't think that was an orb that we just saw. I'm just throwing that out there. So back into it. We're going to go on ahead and we're going to push forward. I'm trying to think if this is the point where we came in with Phil or not.
Briefly turn on this light. Hopefully it doesn't bother you.
Hang on. Oh, okay. Okay, so that was a light that
Doesn't bother you.
turned on. Okay.
If you don't mind, I'm going to just. Sure.
All right. How you doing there, Dark Phoenix? Good to see you. Should always see orbs with the naked eye. Most people spend their entire time looking through the camera instead of the room. That's true. That's very true. You have to stay very, very aware of your senses. Very aware.
That's me.
So you said that.
He actually
like so. Click the thing.
You have to click the trigger button once,
Wait,
and then you have to click there's a check
All
mark
right.
at the bottom that's very small.
This is closer to where we were.
The small check mark in the bottom left-hand corner, you have to tap that, otherwise it won't. So if you need me to do it, give it to me quick and I can do it for you. Because it's really small, even I struggle with it.
Oh, operation successful. Okay. Okay, I guess it did it. I don't know how to pull up pictures though.
I don't either. Briefly turn on this light. Hopefully it doesn't bother you. If you don't mind, I'm going to just. Sure. Okay. That.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks like a fist.
Yeah, like basically that's what that you had that pretty much the entire time. It's like from like here all the way down to your.
Okay, so here's where I'm going to have to do some post post production, because this is one of the things that I'm definitely going to have a sit down with Phil and say, hey Phil, next time we do footage like this, you've got to be aware of what's going on, because one of the problems I was having so Liana had this FLIR gun. That's for the lack of a better word. It was a FLIR camera. Looks like a gun. It's got a trigger and everything. It does still shots as well as video. Liana had figured out how to get the still shots off, which is great. She claimed it could also record video, but I didn't see that. And we could have used video in that moment because, and I'll see if I can't. I know I got the picture, but let's just see if I can. Let me see if I can make that work on stream. Let me come back here. See, later on, I'm gonna have to put this into. Yeah, you can't see it that well, but I'm gonna have to put this picture into the video. And what you're not seeing there is when Liana said that looks like a fist. Liana was actually complaining about it felt like she felt a tightness in her chest, literally as if somebody was squeezing her heart. And in this FLIR picture that I have, it looks like there is a palm print and fingers. It looks like something is grabbing her here. It's pretty eerie, and I will be putting that in the final version. The problem is, in the moment on this camera on this video, doesn't make a lot of sense. Fortunately, we do have a visual aid. You just won't see it until we premiere the episode. I've also got to figure out how to edit that in, because right now this is a very still moment. Hopefully I can make it work. But what I think I should do is I should go on ahead and back this up. Back that clip up.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Pretty much the entire.
No!
What is that in response to? Is that what you think that's me? Basically, oh, scared you? Well, there they go. That works. It scared me a bit, but I was like, wait, why am I going? No, God, please, no. Unless it's me from the editor bay going, this isn't working. This footage isn't working. But sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Dashing. I do appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you.
I got to say, that's what I appreciate about you.
Entire time, it's like from like here all the way down to your stomach.
I want to see what T thinks about this.
Yeah. So felt like being scary. Well, that'll work, Dashing.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks like a fist.
Okay, so here, what I'm going to do is drop in a marker. Whoops. And let's see, where are you putting the window? Where are you putting the window? Premiere. Premiere is not cooperating. To the window, to the wall. Yeah, I know, right? I'm sure Premiere has a very good reason why it's not pulling up the window that I want it to. But we'll just move on. Okay. I've dropped in a marker. We'll be fine.
Yeah, like basically that's what you've had that pretty much the entire time. It's like from like here all the way down to your stomach.
I want to see what T thinks about this.
And I've looked at everyone else. You're the only one who's had that.
So Phil's tweaking the portal. There you go.
It's generating work.
Okay, we've got another way for you to communicate now.
Now, what I think is cool about that is that Phil basically says we have another way for you to communicate right now, and instantly the portal goes, yeah. Which I find that's pretty fascinating. That was Liana speaking to Steve, exactly. Yes. So right now I'm just going to mark that, and then let's see. Yeah. I'm just going to do a little bit of formatting. Position looks pretty good there, so I'll just leave it there. And then I'm going to give it a little bit of length, a little bit of time here. 8 seconds should do. And then, let's see. Go back to one of the things that I previously marked from the other night. All right, and then transition. So there we go. Actually, that's late. And actually, I thought it said yeah, but it actually says yes. So What's the difference? Well, it's just a formality.
Say, dude, damn it.
It sounded like it said Gary or Garrett.
Now, here's what I find interesting, and I've always found this interesting about the spirit box. They'll say that you'll hear us, and in the moment talk about what we think we heard, but then we go back and we actually listen to it, and I'm like, that wasn't even close, guys. so they're saying I heard it said Gary or great. No, it said yes. I don't know how you can get the two screwed up, but there it is. And we'll just play it back again.
Say, dude, damn it.
It sounded like it said Gary or Garrett.
So, dude, damn it, Gary or Garrett, and it said yes. I love these guys. These are two of my best friends, everybody. Two of my best friends. Okay.
Band.
Ooh. Okay. So it's banned. Now, we're going to find out, I think, in a second, whether it's banned with one N or banned with two N's. If it's banned with one N, that could be a reference to the fact that we're using a portal, and Phil is going up and down the FM or AM band. If it's BANNED, your guess is as good as mine. So I'm going to use band with one N first, just to see.
Say, dude, damn it.
It sounded like it said Gary or Garrett.
Band.
Band?
Yeah.
Interesting. Who are they? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
These are
Band.
band.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, that's actually quite good, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very quickly, who are they? Female voice, too, which is interesting.
Say, dude, damn it.
It sounded like it said Gary or Garrett.
Band.
Band?
Yeah.
Interesting. Who are they? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
These are our new friends. We introduced them earlier.
Okay, one thing I just learned, or one thing I just saw here. I want to see if I can fix this. Just want to give this a little bit of a shadow. So one other thing about the spirit box, I love the spirit box. Don't get me wrong, but I like the fact that we've got Steve on a word bank and Phil on the spirit box, and then we're going to see how what Steve picks up to see if there's any correlation between what Steve is picking up, what Phil is picking up, because doing an investigation solely around one device is not necessarily the best way of of running an investigation. You want to be looking at least 2 or 3 different devices at one point just to make sure that things are lining up, things are correlating, and you're getting quality quality data. If you're relying everything on one device, that can be tricky. That can be very tricky because you're essentially putting all of your eggs in one basket. I know that sounds very trite, very cliche, but it's true. You want to have a variety of devices that are out, and you want them, getting into the sorry everyone. But you want to have you want to have multiple sources giving you data that you can see if it lines up. When it lines up, that's when it makes a big difference. Makes a big difference. So I like working with the Spirit Box. Don't get me wrong. I do like working with it, but I don't like it when it's the only thing out. And then when I say Spirit Box, I also include the Portal in that. The Portal is just a variation on a theme. It's one of the other reasons why you'll see me not necessarily spend an entire episode just doing Estes methods all night. We actually had that happen in season 2, and I want to make sure we avoid that moving forward because, yes, the reason why portals and spirit boxes are so popular on these paranormal shows is because it's instant gratification. You get something right there, right then. And yes, it's very cool, especially when you start seeing a pattern emerge, when you get something that you can walk away from and go, oh, that was fantastic, or it opens the door to something further where you're going to do some research and find out who this person is, what they were, and all these different things. It's great. It's great in that respect, but that shouldn't be the entirety of your investigation. So I love the fact that we have 2 different devices going on here. That makes me feel like, okay, this is going to work a little better than this is going to work. This is going to work out really well, I think. So I'm going to stay optimistic. Let's get back to this. So
Can you tell us your name?
now I didn't understand what came out of there, but it was a big enough of a hit that it's worth documenting.
Can you tell us your name? I swear to God, I heard paranormal.
It sounded like paranormal if it was somebody drunk. Paranormal. I'm going on a paranormal investigation. That's what it sounded like to me. Sorry, Phil. I'm not sure if it's.
I swear to God, I heard paranormal.
Drunk ghost. Go home, ghost. You're drunk. You know what? I think I am going to give that to Phil. I'm going to give that one to Phil. Okay. Giving Phil the mulligan. All right. And then so here he hears paranormal. Thank you for that posture check, Cammy. Appreciate it.
Your name?
I mean, I couldn't have ignored that.
I just heard, I swear to God, I heard paranormal.
That's actually pretty good.
That was weird sound. Did you hear that?
The loud. Yes.
That was weird.
Okay. Drop in the new one, and I'm going to say, hello. Got a Dorito behind me. Okay. Okay, perfect. I don't think it's, yeah, I didn't think that was spelled right. Audio. There's an A in there somewhere. There's a second A. Oh, it's the wrong one. Okay. Oh, it's ANOMALY. Okay. Audio anomaly. Okay. Yes, thank you, John. Thank you, Walker. Audio anomaly.
That was weird sound.
All right. And then, yeah, I see you, buddy. Hey. Hudson's here. The unit has arrived. Hey, buddy. All right. It's always nice when you feel that little thump against your thigh. Right, buddy? Right, buddy? Yeah. You're a good boy. You're a big unit, but you're a good boy. Okay. So let's see what this whole sequence looks like.
Can you tell us your name? I just heard, I swear to God, I heard paranormal. That was weird sound. Did you hear that?
The loud. Yes.
That was weird.
One of the things I was going to say about okay, I just heard it say Carl. Hey. Hudson, you secure that shit, Hudson. Come over here. Come here, Hudson. Quick break, everybody. Hudson, come here. Come on. I got treats. I got treats. And hello, Dorito. I got treats. Oh, and Hicks is coming in. Okay. Dad. Treats there. I got treats here. Treats up here. Everybody gets the same amount of treats. All right. I feel like we missed out. We should have had a podcast called Ghosts or Kittens because, yeah, ghosts or kittens, you decide. Okay. So I heard it say Carl, and I'm going to double check that here. Carl, can't kill all those people, Carl. Thank you, Cammy. Carl. Oh, what's that? What was that guy's name? Oh man. Oh, Carl. What's Glenn's favorite restaurant, Carl? Popeyes, Carl. Popeyes. And you're welcome, everybody. You're freaking welcome. Okay. It's from The Walking Dead. That was the sheriff's kid's name, Carl. The worst part is the young actor that played Carl. I feel bad for him because he apparently bought a house in Atlanta. He made the move. He was ready. He was dedicating himself to that show. And the season that he finally got moved into the house and everything, while he's filming Walking Dead, yeah, they killed his character off. They killed his character off while he was moving in. That kind of sucks if you ask me. But then again, I've been in show business. I know how that can go. So what am I talking about? I am in show business right now because I'm a content creator. If anybody tells you that content creation is not part of the entertainment arm, they really are in denial, because it is. If you have a manager or a talent agent, welcome to the entertainment industry. Okay, here we go.
Marry me, whatever you are. Let's get married, and then I can live here.
Okay, that was not an EVP. That was not a voice from the portal. That was our girl. That was our girl, Liana. There's no business like show business. Amen, Marv. A frickin' men.
Do you want me to live here? Chime that bell.
The bell's off.
What did that say?
It sounded like it said something about Friday. What is today?
Friday fun day?
Liana was absolutely taken by Linville Manor. Apparently she hadn't had that much fun in a long time.
I live here. Do you want me to live here? Chime that bell.
What was that? It does sound like something about Friday.
Do you want me to live here? Chime that bell.
It sounded like it says on Friday.
Do you want me to live here? Chime that bell. Bell.
Why not? On Friday? Because it did sound like it was saying something before that, and then it said on Friday. Here we go.
Let's get married, and then I can live here. Do you want me to live here? Chime that bell.
The bell's off.
What did that say?
It sounded like it said something about Friday. What is today?
Friday fun day?
Today, Saturday.
Dude, even the first thing she said was that was a fist. As I felt like this
Without
pressure.
planting, yeah.
I literally was doing this because it felt like someone was squeezing my heart. And then there's a fist right over where, right.
Idle.
Now, here's where I'm a little disappointed. Phil is not asking, is that idle as in IDLE or idle as in IDOL? I'm going to just suggest that's what he's...
Right.
Idle.
This is considered an island. As I look there and I go, you said island. Dude, this house loves us. I love you back, right, house.
Wait. Did they say idle or island? Hang on.
Right.
Idle.
Oh, it says island. Okay. Okay. Well, then thank you for that, Liana. All right. Oh, Walker. Oh, Walker. You wouldn't know. We'll talk later. We'll talk later.
Idle.
This is considered an island. As I look there and I go, you said island. Dude, this house loves us. I love you back, right, house. If I could marry a house, I would.
It's a marriageable house.
It is. You are a
Like,
lovely
this is the
lady.
house you commit to for life.
Yeah. So I do have a question, so we've got this. When we were doing other device, I was explaining how like I usually can feel something's masculine or feminine. I couldn't tell what this was. On the device over there was a weird looking, very creepy like creature, and that came up. Very good timing.
Wow.
What is that, and does it mean us harm?
How you doing there?
Because whatever grabbed me hurt.
Whoa, okay.
I need.
So you're hearing, now it's the opposite. You're hearing us in the other room. I believe we were getting massive hits off of the K2 meter and even off of Fast Eddie. So again, this is where it gets tricky when you have two separate investigations. This should have been a moment. I'm going to be a little critical about us as a team. We should have had a moment where we stopped and said, okay, we need to focus on one area. We need to focus either on the activity that's happening in the parlor or the activity that was occurring here in the ballroom. And when you have two investigations going on like this, or in two separate sections of a house, or two separate sections of a location, you do want to make sure that they're not overlapping one another because it can get a little chaotic. Jason, welcome back, by the way. Thank you very much. Thanks for being here again. Let's get back to what was going on here.
I need clear words. That was great, but we need a little bit clearer. We're having trouble understanding you.
Can you help us figure that out?
Sam, but do you have a thermal?
No.
Oh,
I have the.
I'm feeling it again. I'm feeling really heavy. Are you touching me right now?
Nothing but options for you.
Just a yes is fine. Yes is fine.
There's a device.
That sounded like yes.
Okay.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. So when you said I need words, it said like that's when it started generating the word, and it said direct.
Direct. Interest. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. Now, did we hear a yeah? Again, this is where you have to be very careful with the spirit box, because with a spirit box, something could sound like a yeah, but it may not be a yeah. It may just be a, well, you know, it could be anything. So she just asked for words. She wanted something more forward in responses. Paratech sets off.
Can you help us figure that out?
Sam, do you have a thermal?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
I have the.
I'm feeling it again. I'm feeling really heavy. Are you touching me right now?
Nothing but options for you.
Just a yes is fine. Yes is fine.
There's a device.
Just a yes is fine. Yes is fine.
There's a device.
That sounds.
Yeah, that was a yes. That was a very clear yes.
Yes is fine.
There's a device. What's interesting about it is that it's so clear it almost sounds like it's not coming out of the portal. It is coming out of the portal, but it just was so clear. So I'll give Liana that one.
Just a yes is fine. Yes is fine. That sounds.
Wow, that was very. You're right, Cammy. That was very crisp.
Touching me right now.
Nothing but options for you.
Just a yes is fine. Yes is fine.
There's a device.
That sounds like yes.
Okay.
Liana Rupert is having the time of her life, chat. I'm not kidding. She is having an absolute ball. It's just so much fun to watch. It really is. And yeah, having Liana and Phil in the same space, it was like having two Phil Rossies, because they were getting to their own zone, and they were just really very simpatico with one another. It was fun to watch. It was very fun to watch.
Whoa. Okay. So when you said I need words, it said like that's when it started generating the word, and it said direct. That's the word.
She's pretty direct.
Yeah.
Now.
Now.
Yeah, I heard now. I heard that one too now.
She's pretty direct.
Yeah. Now.
Now. Something like I said now.
Do you want her back now?
If you're not Gladys, make that box beat.
Literal.
Literal? Hold on.
If you're not Gladys, make that box beat.
Literal.
I don't know about that one, but it was strong enough. It was strong enough that it warrants a mark, but well, I don't know about it saying literal.
Make that box beat.
I'm just trying to remember how many. Who are they? 3. Okay. You want to be consistent, so I want to. I'm only using 3. Only 3. Like kind of yeah.
Make that box beat.
It's saying something, but I can't quite pick up what it's saying there. I can't quite pick up what it's saying there. So I think I'm gonna just leave it as unknown.
Make that box beat.
Literal.
If you're not Gladys, make that box beat.
Literal.
heard a very soft. I heard something very soft underneath that.
Literal.
Something like
Yeah,
you.
literal, direct, literal, now.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh, you know what's funny? I didn't have the antenna up, so we're really not receiving really good reception.
But still.
So I find it's more compelling when you get clear words with the antenna down.
Yeah.
But
Whoa.
okay.
Whoa. Okay, all right.
But
Definitely heard that. You think that was a dog? Let me have a listen.
Yeah.
But
Whoa.
okay.
Whoa. Okay, all right.
Just sounded more like a just a yell to me.
I need you to, in order for me to take this with mine, to just confirm that I'm not reading this.
Are you good if I leave you here for a minute to get out my water?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I need you to make that yellow.
Roger?
That was the thing that said the yes, I'm going to go back to delay.
Fourth.
I'm going to go back to delay.
Okay. Fourth.
I need you to, in order for me to take this with mine, to just confirm that I'm not reading this.
Are you good if I leave?
I need you to, in order for me to take this with mine.
What was that? That one's a little tougher.
I need you to, in order for me to take this with mine. Just confirm that.
I'm hearing something say "not it," but right before that there was something.
in order for me to take this with mine.
Oh, that one's tough.
I need you to, in order for me to take this with mine.
But there's at least there are two voices there. Okay.
I need you to, in order for me to take this with mine. To just confirm that I'm not reading this.
Are you good if I leave you here for a minute to get out my water?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I need you to make that yellow.
Roger? Roger?
It didn't sound like it said Roger.
That was the thing that said the yes, I'm going to go back.
Did it say it twice?
Roger?
That was the thing that said the yes,
It says Roger twice. It says Roger twice.
Roger?
That was the thing that said the yes,
Hey, kiddo. How are you? Good to see you in here. Hope you're doing well. Well, I know you're doing well. You're crushing it. You're crushing it, Bear. Congratulations on your ceremony, short as it may be. All right. Oh. And look at that. Walker dropping a sub to my daughter because he's brown nosing. Not that he needs to, but I don't mind. I appreciate that, Walker. I do appreciate that. Hey, Walker, I was reminded of something. Did you happen to leave a recorder? Did you leave a recorder? Are you missing an audio recorder? I'm just curious. Are you missing an audio recorder anywhere from your travels with us? And I'm asking because there was one that was found. There was one that was found on on site at Annaberg, and our host at Annaberg asked if it was anybody from our team. Phil is all accounted for as far as recorders go. Wasn't any of my recorders. It was one of the small Eva Stars, so I didn't know if that was yours or not. Wanamaker, I need your help. What was it? Walker even. Okay, hey, Walker, Wanamaker, either one, you know. Wanamaker, Walker, I was just walking her home. I mean, that's about it. Okay, sorry. That's another one. Thank you. Right now my kid is going, Dad. Okay, so. It's probably yours. Okay, just checking. Well, at least we got that settled and we got that solved. Fantastic.
This is great.
It is great.
Anyone want a hug? No hugs.
Okay.
Roger?
That was the thing that said
Fourth. What do you mean fourth? Fourth. Fourth. What do you mean fourth? You're the fourth?
Okay, so fourth, not fourth as in Sally Fourth, but fourth as in the fourth. Okay. So I need to change that.
Fourth. What do you mean fourth? You're the fourth? Fourth of what?
Ooh. A lot of things are coming in quick and fast, but that one was interesting. That one was a little interesting. All right. There you go. Okay, 10 CDs. 10 compact discs burned into my my new drive, and the new drive has got, wow. I have burned 10 CDs and I haven't even used a tenth of a terabyte. It still says I have 2 terabytes of I still have 2 terabytes of information available. Wow. Okay, cool. That works for me. Great. Awesome. Let's get back to it now. That is a nice freeze frame, isn't it? That is a nice freeze frame. Okay. But there's a lot of activity happening, and it's let's just listen to it again.
You're the fourth? Fourth of what?
I'm trying to understand what he's saying.
It is. Okay. Thank you so much for It is. Okay. Thank you so much for It is. Okay. Thank you so much.
It sounds like something, but I cannot make out what it is. I cannot make out what it is. I'll play it one more time.
It is. Okay. Thank you so much for
It sounds like it's saying first off, but I don't think that. For some reason, that doesn't feel right.
Forethought.
Okay, Steve thinks he hears forethought.
It is. Okay. Thank you so much for telling me.
Forethought.
We love you.
So what about forethought?
I asked it if it wanted me to
Oh,
leave.
sure. What do you mean forethought of what? What do you mean forethought of what?
Clear, please. We need clear words.
It's not on.
I don't know what it said.
I don't know what it said. So what happened was
We need clear words.
It's not on.
I don't know what it said.
I don't know what it said. So what happened was it came out the thing said fourth, and then I said fourth of what? And it said me. I said, oh, fourth of me, fourth of you, and it said forethought.
Okay. We don't know what that means, so we need you to be a little bit clearer. Dude, as soon as I said I need full words, it said a full sentence. I just couldn't make out what it was, but it was a full, very words. We just were not paying. Do you have the thermal? Who's got the thermal? Do the couch.
This is not the thermal. This is just
There's something on the couch right now. Stay. Please stay there. Please stay there. Please stay there. Don't.
I don't think we're gonna get to the rest of the house before we do D&D.
I don't think so.
Don't make me fight ass.
Oh, and it's generating another word
Oh
again.
my God, you're gonna kill yourself.
As soon as I do it, calibrating again.
Shelf.
Is it shelf? Sounds like it's saying shop, not shelf.
Shelf.
We'll go with shelf. No, not shovel. It's not saying shovel. It's not saying shovel. Sam, it's not saying shovel. Cammy, it's not saying shovel. Oh no. So the blinking device that you see both on Phil and Liana, it is their phones. And they're either taking pictures, they're trying to do something, and and they're sending out a signal so they can bounce back and the phone can focus. That's what's going on there. So and if we had any EMF devices out, that could easily interfere with that because phone activity does send out EMF bursts. So you got to be real careful with that. Got to be very careful with that, as a matter of fact. I have to make sure, for example, that when I'm streaming off of my phone and I've got it attached to my camera, I got to keep that stuff as far away from equipment as possible because I found out during Hinsdale and Wildwood, my setup was putting off a lot of EMF. So you got to be careful about that. That's one of the precautions that we try to take, and we try to take into mind when we're doing this stuff. So how are we doing here? Okay, we're doing all right. And actually, you know what? Now that I look at the clock, we should actually take a break because I'm out of hydration and I need to get hydrated. So this would be a great time. If you are, if you're watching and you've been sitting all day, go ahead and get up, stretch, go ahead and stretch your hammies, walk around, give yourself some arm stretches if you need to. I might actually take an extended break on here because I want to do a quick, just a quick little touch base with Pip. Make sure that everything is good. We are copacetic. Everything's fine and dandy. I also want to make sure that I'm getting hydrated. I want to make sure that the cats are all taken care of. And so you're gonna get a slightly extended break. But when we get back, we're gonna do at least another hour of going in, seeing what happened. This was a great time, by the way. I know I'm being a little critical, but the reason I'm being critical of the investigation is because I really feel like it was one of the best investigations we've ever done. And we're not only getting a lot of good stuff, but we're also making mistakes that we can avoid. And that's one of the other things that I notice when I do the footage review is I go, yeah, we could have done that better. Anyway, little 2 cents there. I'm going to go on ahead and put on the BRB reel. So please, if you haven't had anything to eat and you're feeling a little hungry, please get something to eat. If you haven't taken your meds, this is your reminder. Please take your freaking meds. Take care of yourself.
Here we go.
And just as he walks in, just as Jason walks in, I'm taking a break. Jason, hold that thought. I will see you in a bit. I'm gonna go look for the invader.
I'm willing to bet probably Steps.
He is Steps because I am at drill and he is not here. Heading over there.
I don't see him.
Yep, there he is.
Got him?
Woo! Let's go, baby.
This is what the incoming at the ghost. Portal's ready. Grab your gun. This is what the Taken feel. Revel in this. One down. That's 2. Seconds left. Bury another. Oh, they should run. Look at them now. They're dead.
I'll take it.
Time for a prime evil. Feel that
I'll
way.
take it. I'll take it. I'll take that. That felt really good. That felt really good. Come on, give me some hype in chat. Give me
right,
all
I've
your
got
hype
super.
emotes in chat.
Let's go,
Do
baby.
It. Do it. Do it, baby.
All right, I've
Hang in
got
there.
super going.
All right, they are right in front of you. Throw it. Hit it, baby.
Yeah,
Hit it.
I got some, baby.
Oh my God, he got him. He got his first
Let's
invader
go,
kill.
Jack.
Here
Can we
to
get
see it.
some hype in chat, baby? I got another one. I got another
There we
one.
go.
Let's go. I'm just,
All right,
I don't
Jack.
care. I'm camping spawn right now. It's a black guy doing this. And I'm back, baby. All right, let's kill this primeval and go home.
Yes.
Woo!
All right, melt the primevals, fire team. Melt the primeval. Let's make this happen.
Let's go. Oh, I'm dead. Let's melt this, baby.
Let's hit this. Let's hit it.
All right,
Hit it,
let's
baby.
go out on a
Hit it
win,
with everything
folks.
you got. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Yeah,
Let's
we did
go!
it, baby!
Let's go! How many did you take out? How many did you take out?
I don't know. I don't know. I think I
Well,
took
no,
out like
it'll
maybe
say in
2
your
or
stats.
3.
It'll say in your stats.
It'll say my stats. Okay, let's see. Let's see, chat. Come on.
Let's do this. Oh my God! He was
I
one
got
away
3.
from Army of 1. Let's go!
Yeah! Oh my God, we did it! Woo!
Through a grant from No Kid Hungry, which was a majority of our resources, right? To be able to purchase this truck and get it going. So families have a hard time to get from one place to another place. And I was like, man, why can't we be the ones to get to them, right? And we could lift off that burden, you know, eliminate that barrier and be able to serve our students, our families, in a way that they feel like we actually care for them.
Hi, I'm Steve Saylor, aka Blind Gamer Steve. I'm a content creator and accessibility advocate and consultant in the video game industry.
My name is T Morris. People call me T, they call me T Monster. I also go by Twitch Dad.
When I started looking into wanting to stream, I had known this dude here for about, I think about 10 years at that point. 10 years. And so I reached out to him. I was like, hey, you know what? I know you play Destiny. Would you be cool kind of helping me and guiding me through the game? I've never played it before.
This is when I gave you a little bit of honesty. I said, are you sure you want me? Because you see me play, so you know how bad my aim is. It'll be the blind leading the blind. And he went, that's what we'll call it.
All right, there's the Traveler. There's the Traveler in front of us. Let's go. Walk forward. Walk forward. I want you to enjoy this.
As someone who has a disability where it affects my vision and it is hard for me to be able to play games in general, having someone take the time and guide me through being able to play a game and not try to rush me through things, that meant the world to me.
Where's that? All right. Oh, there he is.
Yes! Yes! Get him! Oh, yeah!
In any other game, it's usually people don't want to play with a disabled person, whereas with Destiny, I can jump in with T, I can jump in with my friends, and even when we just jump in with random blueberries in the community, we can still be able to help each other out, and that's why I love Destiny.
Did you shoot my friend? That was a bad choice.
It's all about being able to reach out, pick someone up, and being like, we can do this together. And that is being a hero, is being able to lift everyone else up.
It's not about you, it's about the fire team. That's what makes a good guardian, is when it's about reaching the end goal and reaching it together.
Still going off in there, Tina. I'm going to hand you the cat balls, if that's cool. I would like the cat balls. Someone needs some cat balls.
What was that? What was that?
Someone needs some cat balls. You have.
What is that? What is that? Do you hear that, Pip? It's a very, wow, hang on. It's a very rushed, it sounds like a rushed whisper.
Someone needs some cat balls.
Yeah, I thought it was something on the floor, but it's not.
Someone needs some cat balls.
I'm now slowing it down to 175. I'm hearing turn around. Does anyone else hear that? Turn around?
It's not quiet on this side of the REM pod.
Oh no, I can. We can all hear it. We can all hear it.
I want to try something.
Okay, so Steve says I'm going to try something. I'll hear it. We can all hear it.
I want to try something.
No one wants to talk to us.
Oh God, I actually saw it move.
I've got some. I'm going to do that right over here. And then I'm going to drop that in and go shadow. Please make my shadows black so it pops a little harder. 100% opacity. Actually, let's tighten that up a bit. 5 pixels. There you go. Boom.
Oh God, I actually saw it move.
Really?
I saw it move.
I have never seen Sebastian with that look on his face. Are you? No, it's not that, Scott. It's not that. It's are you seeing this? Chat, I want you to look into my eyes. I want you to look into my eyes, chat. Sebastian, the beautiful one. I want you to look into my eyes. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. This is the face of someone who was on his last fuck. This is someone who is on his last fuck. It's happening, chat. What's happening? And here I was worried that I didn't have anything to do on the stream, and I think I've got it now. It's basically Gamer Cat Cam. He's turned back into his teen years. I know, right? Benedict, are you okay? Slow blinks. I got this. I got this, Dad. Do you? Do you? Do you, Gamer Cat? Do you have this?
Sometimes they're just so tired because they haven't had anything to eat that they'll just put their heads down and go to sleep.
I never really even consider students going hungry. A lot of times they don't want to tell you because they're embarrassed.
When our school district started offering meals regardless of income, kids feel just as valuable as the child next to them.
No Kid Hungry helps schools get the supplies they need to feed kids.
Food is the most important in school supply.
Boss is down. Boss is down. Boss is down.
Nice, nice.
Darkness
Oh, God.
Darkness envelops you. No lives left. No lives left. That's it.
I think we did it then.
Steve, you just completed your first legendary lost sector. Can I get some hype in chat? Can I get some hype in chat? Can I get some hype in chat for Steve Saylor, who just completed his first legendary lost sector? Now you got to do a solo. Keymaster bottoms. Okay, standard bottoms. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, chat. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. I'm ready. Now, if I remember correctly, I think my tartan is yellow. I think the Morris tartan is yellow. Whoa! Anybody else? Anybody else? I didn't think so. Oh, clean up on all 7. Jeez.
That's okay. It's okay. It's totally fine. Because here's the thing about the series that I like is that you don't have to know anything about the movies or the books to be able to get into the show, because it is set thousands of years before any of the books or movies anyway. So it's been really great to just obviously be able to kind of just sit down and watch it and just enjoy it for the lore for what it is. My favorite episode so far actually has been, now actually the pilot was really good, but I actually really enjoyed episode 6, which was the especially the ending there with the creation of a certain volcano
We are back, everybody. Thank you very much for indulging me, and we're trying an experiment tonight with Evie. So everybody think positive thoughts for Evie, EVP, as we all know. We're going to leave the collar off for the entire evening, and we're going to see how she does. She's been doing great so far. She has been doing great so far with everything, and with adjusting to, having the collar off. She's been in this collar because she's been doing incessant grooming for a long, long time. And oh my goodness, Jason Nightstalker dropping a tier 1 sub bomb. How about that? Thank you, Jason. And I guess that's your way of saying welcome back. And you're literally just waking up yourself. There you go. So for anybody that missed it, I am planning to do a 5-minute paranormal on the story of EVP, but I'm focused right now on trying to get this special edition of us at Linville Manor out first, because I need to keep up with Steve Saylor. Steve is going to be editing. Probably he's going to start editing it this weekend. The Dungeons and Disableds D&D game that we actually do in this in this ballroom that you're looking at right now. This is going to be a 2-part special series, and I think we're planning to release both of them at the same time. So part 1 will be the investigation. That's going to drop on the OSI channel. Part 2 is going to be the actual D&D game that we do with Dungeons and Disableds. That's dropping on Steve's Dungeons and Disableds channel. So yeah, so we're pretty excited about everything. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a real good time. And now, is that supposed to be empty? I think that's supposed to be empty, but I'm gonna go on ahead and clear it anyway just to make sure. Okay. So yeah, that's happening very soon. So first off, Jason gifting a tier 1 sub to Rancid Insane, The Right Mood. Brian's done Nick at Nights and Be Spooky. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So anyway, so Evie, or EVP. Evie is a beautiful tortie cat that we rescued last year, and we rescued her while we were at the old hospital on College Hill. It wasn't so much a rescue as it was an extraction, and we got Evie out of there, got her checked out. She has tested positive for something called FIV, which is feline AIDS. But the thing is, we have found out that with a lot of discussions with vets and a lot of discussions online, we found out that FIV positive cats pretty much can live normal lives. They just can't be outside, and if they get into fights, they can't break the skin and bite another cat. They can't pass it on to a dog. They can't pass it on to a human. And long story short, she could have a great life ahead of her. And so yeah, she's fine. But what happened was that shortly after we got her fixed, after she had given birth to 5 beautiful kittens, we got her fixed, and then Evie would just constantly groom herself until she licked her skin raw. And we've been trying to figure out what's been going on with that. And we have taken her to 2 different vets, and the last vet before this one was an absolute quack. And I was ready to put my head through the wall because she had kept us waiting for nearly 3 hours. It was a really rough time. It was a really rough time for Evie. Then we took her to this new doctor, and this new doctor is aces. I mean, we love this new doctor. We love this new vet because, one, she basically said, then you've done all these things now. Let's just start as if this is her first ever visit. And we're going to start from ground zero, and we're just going to see what sticks. So she's got her on a current steroid program. And that was the reason why, if you tuned in to the live investigation that we did last weekend, Pip wasn't there because she needed to make sure that the cat was getting steroids. Of course, Win being Win said, well, next time just bring the cat. That's fine. You know, I mean, Win's great. Win's awesome. But now we're scaling back the steroids, and not only has her infection cleared up, but she's acting more like her. You know, she's not licking herself, grooming herself to a point of where she's she's just going, just constantly licking. We've taken the collar off, and now she's not immediately going straight to her crotch or to the back of her legs. And after much debate, we said, you know what? Let's try tonight. I know it is amazing, Sam. It is absolutely mind-blowing. And we're just going to take a chance tonight and see what happens. If she's licked herself raw again, collar goes back on. But we want to see if she can handle an overnight. And I think she's going to be okay. I'm going to remain optimistic. So that's who EVP is, everybody. And don't worry, she's becoming more and more like herself when we first brought her home. So that means that she might be making an appearance in here. She's been doing it when I've been editing videos, so it might happen. Yeah, that's happening now. We'll just see how it goes. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a great night. For those of you who are just popping in, who are just finding me, who are just wondering who is OSI, well, let me go on ahead and hip you onto that. For those of you over on YouTube, yes, I am paying attention because I do have both YouTube and Twitch open tonight. So we're open for business on Twitch and YouTube. I can see YouTube, I can see Twitch. And one of the things that we've been doing have been these live footage reviews. And what that means is I'm showing you the other side of paranormal investigation. Yes, paranormal investigation is very cool. No, it is not Sam and Colby. I'm just going to come out and say that. Paranormal investigation is not what you see on Sam and Colby. Paranormal investigation is what you're seeing here, where you sit down with all this footage and you go, all right, we did all this filming. Now let's watch it. And it can sometimes be a very quiet night, and other times it can be popping and locking and popping. Tonight has been a little mix of each, but right now, Phil has brought in a brand new source of IR light, which is why the footage looks so much brighter and more defined. And we're going to find out where we go next with this. So what's happening is that Phil, Steve, and not on screen, but Liana Rupert, the three of them are having a very intense investigation in the ballroom. Problem is we are in a connecting room. We are over in the parlor, and we're having an investigation of our own. And right now it feels like both investigations are competing with one another. This is a bad habit. And this is one that, this happened at the Belmont Farm Distillery. It's happening here. And for those of you who've been watching since the beginning of this stream, you may have been thinking, wow, T's being kind of hard on Phil. And you're right. I've been very hard on Phil. I should actually be a little harder on myself as well. And I'm not saying that that's what she said. I'm being serious. I'm being dead serious. I feel like we were so excited about this entire evening, about what we were doing, about new people, introducing new people to the paranormal. We got so excited that we kind of got blinders on. And we were making what I would define as rookie mistakes. The other thing is, Phil and I are very familiar with this place. It turns out this was our 10th visit. This is OSI's 10th visit to Linville Manor. And we definitely made it something special. And we will probably be going back with this group again. Maybe even with more people. I don't know. But yeah, we're excited. We're excited about what we did. Wynn had a ball with us. He had never had anything like that before, having a D&D campaign happen in his haunted house. And it was really interesting what was going on. It was really, really interesting. And I cannot wait to share part 2 with you once Steve gets that done. But right now, let's focus on where we are at this point of the investigation. Oops. And to focus on that, I got to be on the right screen, and I got to use the right mouse. Man, this. I don't think you. Well, yeah, you've seen the setup, but you've seen the setup already, Sam.
Shelf.
All of this is not. The heat's going on all.
That's right. We got shelf. Yo, Powell. Is that Powell or? That's Powell. And Green Rose. Hi. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome on in. You just caught us starting back up again. So well done.
Shelf.
All of this is not. The heat's going on all the cushions. All the cushions.
It's all gone. Really? We're gonna try something.
Paulie with an I. Like Paulina. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Hi, Paulina.
Okay.
How
so
Paulie?
Previous word was missile.
Previous word was missile. I missed that one.
This word is enemy.
Enemy.
This word is enemy. This word is enemy.
So I'm not sure where missile popped up. I'll have to go back and listen for the signal. So the previous one was missile. Okay. And we're good. We're good. Thank you for asking.
The heat's going on all the cushions. All the cushions.
It's all gone. Really? We're gonna try something. Yeah, we're not gonna. Let's see.
Okay, so previous word was missile. This word is enemy.
If that's you, I'm not gonna say what it is, but if that's you, can you just say something? So it's specific to me. Say something specific to me.
Now you might be hearing at throughout this, you might be hearing like a bass, almost like a boom, 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 boom. That is actually a party that is happening close by, and it's a little distracting, but we're working around it. We're working around it as best as we can. Pally and Green Rose again. Hi, welcome. Just so you all know, we are doing footage review from our last paranormal investigation, which was last weekend at a place called Linville Manor. If you have any questions about the gear we're using, about what we're doing, about paranormal investigation, you've come to the right place. This is just a little bit of a Fright Night Friday for everybody, and so far it's been creepy, but nothing has jumped out at us. We're just doing the thing right now. We're doing the other side of paranormal investigation, the stuff that Sam and Colby don't do. That's what we're doing here. Was that my outside voice? So sorry. Not sorry.
Specific to me.
Yo.
I do talk like a 12-year-old boy. Thank you. Can you say something else? Bonus points if you can make a Mass Effect reference.
Bonus points if you make a Mass Effect reference. Oh my God, I love you, Liana. Okay, so I'm not sure what Liana is talking into. Steve, if you're curious, Steve Saylor, the guy that is facing Liana, he is looking at her with a it's basically a FLIR or a infrared camera, and he is just basically he's filming her, but apparently I thought that thing could do video, but apparently it can only do still shots. Now we do have a still shot from earlier, which is pretty freaky. That will be featured in the final edit. This is preliminary. This is the first time I've seen any of this footage.
Did you say Mass Effect reference?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God.
My favorite game. We got like 40 something playthroughs.
Don't even get me started.
Dude, oh, you're gonna love my tattoo then. I literally have a Mass Effect tattoo right here. It's the Reaper Citadel, and then it's got the Paragon Renegation.
Okay. This was also problematic. I think the reason why Phil and I we're letting these rookie mistakes happen was because Phil was absolutely taken with Liana. It was like because Phil's favorite, if not Phil's favorite game, it was probably, I think, Phil's favorite game of all time. I need to ask him that. It's Mass Effect, which is why whenever he does something and he makes a player name for himself, a lot of times it'll be like N7, Spectre N7 or something like that. That was a whole Mass Effect thing. So I totally forgot that the two of them are Mass Effect nerds. I played one. I played Mass Effect 1 and I understood the appeal of it. I was playing Mass Effect 2 and was getting into it, but it was... I was having some issues with the game itself. The game was great, but the game was not running well on my PC, and I just didn't have the patience. I said, you know what, I want to play something else. And that's that. But do I understand the appeal of Mass Effect? Yes, I do. I do understand the appeal of Mass Effect, and I respect it. May not be my favorite game, but for Phil and Liana, yes, it was a magical moment right there. Hope you enjoyed that.
Do you like video games?
It said participation. This is the second time.
Okay, participation.
The Paragon review. Do you like video games?
It said
Of course, the next time I see Phil, I will probably be giving him endless crap because he's always on to me about staying in the moment. But man, he really, oh my God, what is that? That is not participation. Participation. There we go. Participation. Yes. Okay. Yeah, he was dropping in and out of the moment quite a bit. I don't want to know what I typed there, Walker. I really don't know what I typed there. I think I had a mini stroke, but I'm back. We're good. Hi, how are you? Everything's fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you? Okay.
Do you like video games?
It said participation. This is the second time it said participation in this room.
What does participation mean? Do you want us to participate, or do we need to give you more room to participate? I just want to make sure that we're not getting just random interference. So going off topic for a little bit, can you name something in this room? Very clear, one word, so we can know exactly what you're saying.
Well done. Well.
Now, that's interesting.
Random interference. So going
Thank you, Walker.
off topic for a little bit, can you name something in this room?
So that high-pitched beeping that you heard, that was Fast Eddie, which is a small environmental device. It reads different things ranging from pressure to humidity to temperature to EMF. And you can actually hear it just play a small symphony. Anytime you hear it beep, it's an EMF of 2.5 or higher. It was firing off pretty hard while we were here. So yeah, I got to mark that. Okay. Was it 4? I think it was 4. Let me find out. I'll be so pleased with myself if it's 4. Ooh, well, that's right. I'm on the yeah. Are these the only ones I've got? Oh no, Wingdings. That's what it is. Wingdings. There it is. Boom. Booyah. Booyah. Let's go. Let's go.
Yo, Granny. Let's go.
You've been using these you've been using these characters for a while when you can do dingbats from memory. You'd love to go for some pizza, but you don't like driving mom's car. Well, the easy solution to that, my friend, is just going ahead and DoorDash it. Have you got DoorDash out there, Jason? And I'm not saying that to be condescending. I mean, do you have DoorDash or what's the other one? Well, there's Uber Eats, there's DoorDash. There's another one. Grubhub. You can always use those things. Now, granted, it is a little more expensive when you use one of those three, but these are options. These are options if you don't want to drive out there. Just a thought. It's just a thought. Okay.
A little bit. Can you name something in this room? Very clear, one word.
I wonder if I want to say this might based on our reaction, I want to say this was a moment where we said, "Hey, if this is who we think it is, make this device beep twice," and I think it did. It beeps like twice.
Can you name something in this room? Very clear, one word, so we can know exactly what you're saying.
Well done. Well done.
I didn't hear so much of them. I not because of them, but just like it's noise travels.
Okay.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry, I was talking. I was being rude.
I'm sure I do, but I don't trust delivery here because every time I do, they ruin the pizza. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, Jason. That does suck. That does suck. Huh.
I'm sticking out my hand, my left hand. You seem to be really fond of my right one, which is a little pervy. But if you want to grab my hand, you can. Shadow.
Hey, how you doing there?
I heard shadow.
How you doing there, Adam? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well.
And you seem to be really fond of my right one, which is a little pervy. But if you want to grab my hand, you can. You can. Shadow.
Shadow. I heard.
Shadow? Let me listen again.
And you seem to be really fond of my right one, which is a little pervy. But if you want to grab my hand, you can.
See, I'm actually hearing Shadow Keep, but that could just be a Destiny thing. Doing pretty well. Still processing the stages of grief from this week. Just means we all need to come together even more, though. I hear you. I hear you. Look at the bright side. Or was it last? Adam, it's just been a long week and a half. But if you want a hard shot of hope, look up the clip of Alex Jones comprehending that his business, his legacy, InfoWars, has just been purchased by, clearly on his face, he had never heard of this publication, The Onion newspaper. he basically said he's doing it. You know, it's Alex Jones, so he's doing this thing, and he says, it was a Democrat conglomerate and a group called the Onion newspaper, and he just makes this little shrug, and I'm like, you have no idea who the Onion is, and you know what? You know what I say to that? I just go,
Hail to the king, baby.
Man, it was, yeah. I mean,
well, pitter patter, let's get at her.
Bro does not know. He does not know. When I saw the shrug, I'm like, to be a fly on the wall when this fat bastard realizes that it has been it's because they actually put up a tweet today. If it wasn't a tweet, it was a post on Threads that said, so who needs $1 million worth of supplements? And some people started making suggestions. Oh yeah. People were making suggestions though that the Onion submit this voluntarily to like a nutrition board and just say, have a look at this stuff and tell us what it's really worth. So, you know, I mean, it's been a rough ride. It's been a rough ride, Adam, to say the least. But I will say, watching that whole thing is just one moment of hope, of little bits of hope that we have. These next 4 years are not going to be easy by any stretch, but you know, yeah. I think there's still glimmers of hope in there. I really believe that. I really believe that. On that note, let's awkwardly segue back into the paranormal footage we got here. We got hay. Fast Eddie goes off.
I'm sticking out my hand, my left hand. You seem to be really fond of my right one, which is a little pervy. But if you want to grab my hand, you can. Shadow.
I am hearing shadow, but I'm hearing something else after that.
But if you want to grab my hand, you can.
I am hearing shadow. That is your boy, Steve. That is ya boy. That's him. Ya boy. Yeah, he's killing it here. He's killing it. This is his second ever investigation, and he's doing great. He's doing absolutely phenomenal. I'm very proud of him. And he might be coming on a third. He might be joining us on a third investigation, the second for this year. It's tentative, but we'll see if it rocks and rolls or not.
Want to grab my hand? You can. Shadow.
I heard shadow very good.
You're 3 degrees warmer than you right now.
Okay, I still feel super hot in here.
I'm sweating right now.
I'm cold.
You're still cold.
Did I say yes?
I thought I said dick.
Of course you did. Phil. Of course you think it says that. Let's try this again.
Right now.
Okay, I still feel super hot in here.
I'm sweating right now.
I'm cold.
You're still cold.
Did I say yes?
I thought I said dick.
Okay, I'm not trying to be a dick, but why are you making me cold right now?
Dude,
wait, did you hear that?
There's something that's very interested in you.
Me?
That's why I look, because there was something like a flash though, like a big flash, like pictures, and then
Okay, there is
almost like a shadow.
These words are coming up really aggressive. It said missile, enemy, participation, and now it says attack. And now it says attack.
Attack. Interesting. All right. Attack. I'm trying to remember when Gladys and her husband, who was the senator, was there. So he was either, I can't remember if he was a representative or if he was a senator. But one of the things I'm trying to recall is what era. If it was during the Cold War, some of these things like missile defense attack and all this stuff, that would make sense. That would make sense. But again, I don't want to necessarily build a narrative that isn't there. Don't want to build a narrative that isn't there. So I got to be very careful about that.
Participation, and now it says attack.
So Calvin Johnson was a senator that lived here, I think, in the 60s.
Okay. So if it's the 60s, if it's the 50s, 60s, that might make sense. Which
would have been around the time of the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Okay, so Calvin, if this is you, I'm a military veteran, and I served in 2 active wars.
I forgot about that. Huh. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, what's also interesting, I also think what is also what I think is also interesting, there you go, is that what we're getting on the portal is completely independent of what we're getting on the Paratech. So what does that mean? It could mean we are having 2 different conversations, or that if this is Calvin, because I'm not sure if Calvin haunts the place. I know for a fact Gladys. I've had interactions with Gladys. I would say Gladys definitely is haunting the place. That's because she loved this house. She absolutely loved this house. She was the first person to rescue this house from disrepair, and the second one was Wynn. I don't know if Calvin has been known to haunt the house. If Calvin has been known to haunt the house, that is news to me. But it's interesting. This is interesting, seeing the interplay between the Paratech and the portal.
Cuban Missile Crisis.
Okay, so Calvin, if this is you, I'm a military veteran, and I served in 2 active wars. Huh.
And the other thing too, I want to say, just kind of clarify things. For those of you who do not know, you'll notice that Steve has got the FLIR camera right up to his face. That is because Steve is legally blind. So for any of you watching on YouTube or watching on Twitch or watching the VOD of either platform, Steve is legally blind. He has some sight, but what I would recommend that you do is you go to Steve Saylor's website. Go to his main, not his main website. Go to his main YouTube, and he has a video on how do I play games while being blind. And just want to make this clear, I'm a little sick of people saying, well, he's not really blind then if you can see. Being blind is like being deaf, is like being autistic. It's a spectrum, okay? And while Steve has some sight, it's not enough for him to drive a car. It is not enough for him to be able to do this. We have to be very careful with Steve because, he has a tough enough time playing video games, but you put him in a situation like this where there's just darkness, and you got to guide him around. So yeah, but as you can see with Adam and me and people who know Steve, we love the big Palooka. He's great. But if you're wondering why does he have that camera all the way up to his face, that's why. He is legally blind. Okay. Getting back into it. That was actually quite a cool response from the portal, though.
2 active wars. Huh.
Holy balls. That was so conversational.
Do you support the troops? Did you...
Yeah. What had happened was, why we're laughing so much in the other room is that there was a lull in the conversation and in activity. And at that point, we hear, holy balls come from the ballroom. So yeah, that's why we're laughing over there. Keeping it professional, Rossi. Keeping it professional.
Holy balls. conversational.
Do you support the troops? Did you enjoy your time?
You broke all of us.
We tend to take a high professional road here.
Sorry.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That was nuts. It takes a lot to get me. Like,
We heard the whole boss.
Representation.
as
Now here's something interesting. Here's something very interesting about getting representation. And I didn't hear this, but had I heard it, and this is again why we should have all moved the investigation from the two locations to just the one. And again, we're going to make a mental note here in the future. When we do this again, we're going to make sure that we are only in one room as opposed to two rooms because it's just too distracting. But had I been in the room when Steve got this on the Paratech,
Representation.
if I remember correctly, we either got representation or representative in this room. I'm pretty sure we got that in this room. Let me just double check that.
Representation.
Okay, I gotta look. I've got to look. Let me go here. Not really sure why it's re-showing the the intro reel, but thank you. Okay, going back here, and let me see. Okay, so that's Devil's Den. That's Gettysburg, Battlefield. Haunted House on the Hill, Linville Manor. Okay, so that's the famous clip. But I want to see. So that's Win Brewer, everybody. That's Win Brewer. Now, you'll notice we're doing this in a very different style. This was when we were doing styles like in clips. Here we go. We were doing like best of clips. So I'm trying to remember if we got representative.
IR cameras going. We've got cat balls. We've got Eddie out. We're rocking and rolling, and
Representation.
That's it. Representation. So we got representation in this room, and just going back, let me take a look at this. Wow. We got representation in this room twice on a random word generator. Now, yes. You first want to say it before anybody says it, either on YouTube or on Twitch or in comments on YouTube or otherwise. Is it possible, statistically, for the same word to pop up on this random word generator? Yes. It is very possible. I'm gonna come out and say that. Now, I could sweeten the pot and say, here's the interesting thing though. That device is entirely different from the other device that got this first one. Okay? That was actually from Phil's Paratech. Okay? This is from Phil's Paratech. This is also from an investigation that we did actually 2 years ago. We did that 2 years ago because the way our investigations work, with the exception of this one, our investigations we will gather investigations. Yeah, we will actually hold investigations 1 year and then we show them the next. Season the stuff we investigate in season 3 will usually show up in season 4. That kind of thing. We've had a few exceptions to that rule, but you get the idea. But representation, that's really interesting. That's really interesting. Now, the reason why that's interesting is because, as we say in the scene here.
Well, there was a representative that lived here.
That's right. Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson, are you here with us, or is it you, Gladys? Because I know Calvin was your husband. I know things kind of went south a little bit for you in your relationship, and I'm sorry, that must have been very hard.
So here's the funny thing. At that time, we thought that Calvin and Gladys had a really tumultuous relationship. Turns out they had a really good relationship. Turns out the two of them were thick as thieves, and they were very happy with each other. Gladys did pass away due to cancer, and Calvin married another woman after her death. And apparently things were not so hot, and she didn't particularly care for the house. So that could be one of the reasons why Gladys stuck around, because she knew this biatch wouldn't be taking care of the house. All right. But that's really interesting. I need to make a note of that. I think I'll just keep it simple. I can always do this. Okay. I'll take a picture of this. And then that's really, I'm going to share that with Phil and Tina and everybody tomorrow. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. But now, this is what I mean by being critical. I'm not saying that this is evidence of the paranormal, right? The possibility of two words popping up, it could happen. It could statistically happen. The thing that I find interesting is that it happens in the same room, same word, two different paratexts. So I'm a little fascinated by that. Yeah. It's a mystery. Is it coincidence? Sure, it could just be coincidence. But to have it happen in this place, which has so much weirdness about it, I that's definitely going to be popping up that's going to be popping up in the show. That's going to be popping up in the final one. That's really interesting. Okay.
Representation.
As right, or
representation.
As
representation.
As
representation.
As
it sounds like it says fake.
Representation.
As right, or this.
As in, like, representation as in the U.S. government?
No, it said state.
State.
It said state.
State representation. Representation.
As as
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Now, where it gets tricky is where it gets tricky, particularly with portals and spirit boxes, is they can be very subjective. It's what you hear. And what I heard was I heard fake. I heard fake. Phil heard state. And it could be that suggestion. He wants it to line up. Phil is very much a Fox Mulder. I'm the Dana Scully, as you can probably tell. But that is not steak, maybe just hungry. It's a possibility too. That's a possibility too. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with this. I'm going to go ahead and go that it is state.
Representation.
Right. Or this.
As in, like, representation as in U.S. government?
No, it said state.
State.
It said state.
State representation. You mean there's a U.S. senator here? Or U.S. governor here?
Let me look at
When they treated me like a guy, that was like weird for Brody.
Calvin
You turned the stream into a fucking movie.
Johnson.
Anything for my friends.
Not the football wide receiver.
Dude, that was so good.
So you think he was reaching with that one? I'm not sure. Because it did sound like it said fake, and that's the problem with ITC devices. Sometimes when you've got these devices that are out there and they're doing different things to try to make the answer more clear or more pronounced, it can really mess with interpretation. So there is a bit of caution you got to take with that. Bit of caution. In this instance, though, I'm okay with kind of rolling with Phil. He was in the moment, maybe, and I know that Liana is everywhere, and it's just because she is enamored with the place. No, I understand, Jason, and it does feel like something of a reach, but after drawing representation between these two moments, I'm going to let that roll.
It said representation on this, and then it said state.
State. Oh, so you were a senator. That makes sense. Did you enjoy your time, or do you regret dedicating so much time to politics?
Oh, excuse me. He was, let's see, Calvin Johnson. Oh my gosh. U.S. House of Representatives. So he was House of Representatives.
Do you want me to tell you any war stories?
This is where, Jason, I would say it's compelling. It's very, very compelling. Could it be fake? Could it be steak? Could it be state? It's a coin toss at this point. But the fact that Calvin Johnson was from the House of Representatives, and we got representation from two different investigations, that's not far-reaching. That's fact. So yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. No, Jason, you forget. In the words of Admiral Kirk, Mr. Savick, you go right on quoting regulations. You got to remember, I'm inviting this. You don't have to be a dick and still try to debunk something. It's more about the intelligent conversation you can have around it. You know? So no, you're not being mean. You're not being discouraging. It's okay to be skeptic. You know, it's more than okay being skeptic. I know, Jason, you miss me playing Destiny. I know that. And that's fine. It's fine. Like, I'm not here to convince anybody that ghosts are real. I am here to basically share with you my experience with it. So I totally get where you're coming from. You're not being mean. You're not being discouraging. You're not being a dick about it. You are asking the tougher questions, and that's cool. That is more than cool, and I welcome that here. I welcome that on YouTube as well. I will tell you, one of the coolest discussions I think we've ever had about the paranormal is when we were heading out to Crescent, and some random dude in our chat showed up. Oh, Successful Geek re-subbing with that Twitch Prime sub. You can use that Prime sub anywhere. You choose to use it here, and I appreciate you so much for doing that.
I got to say, that's what I appreciate about you.
I do. I appreciate that. Here to be mean about it. No, you're not. The point is, this guy, totally random dude comes into our chat, and he goes, "Why are you guys doing this?" And he wasn't being a dick about it. He just said, I'm just curious. I mean, I'm a skeptic. I don't believe in any of this stuff, but I'm really curious. I really want to know genuinely, why are you doing this? And it was more like, I think he also phrased it by saying, what are you looking to gain from this? And I remember for myself, it was a an understanding of what I didn't understand. I wanted to find out more about that feeling you get. You know, that feeling that you get when you're in a room and you suddenly feel like you're not alone, or that feeling of deja vu. You know, I wanted to have a better understanding of what I didn't understand. And also, I don't mind saying it, after what happened. Now, so here's the thing. When we met this guy, we had already experienced Belgrove, obviously. We had already experienced TWA Flight 514. And if I recall, I do recall correctly, this was also after Pip got on board after the whole incident at Cemetery Ridge in Gettysburg. We'd already been to Gettysburg like 2 or 3 times. So I wanted that challenge. I wanted to find out more about what I had been experiencing at these other places. And we were on our way to Crescent for the 12-hour lock-in. And that was where I saw my first shadow figure, right? So, you know, there's a lot of things, as I would say, there's a lot of things that I've seen in the almost three and a half years that I've been doing this with Phil, right? I still wouldn't tell you verbatim, do ghosts exist? Yes, I would not say that to you. I know that my beliefs about ghosts and my beliefs about the impressions that we make in places and the energy that we leave behind, that's been given quite a workout. I don't mind saying it. It's been giving quite a workout. There's some things that I just cannot explain. And it's those mysteries that keep me going forward. When we found the EVP last night, I'm like, this is why I do this. Because none of us heard it, but we caught it on 2 different devices. And it's that, you know, and I think it's also important that we stay skeptical and that we ask the tougher questions. And we also make the tougher calls. Sounded like fake. I think this is a reach. There's nothing wrong with saying it at all. Now, if you like in the moment when I found that one EVP at the old hospital on College Hill on 4 different devices, and someone would say, "Oh, that was just the wind. That was an echo." I'm like, wait a minute, no. Echoes don't do that. Echoes do not do that, and it's not an artifact because it's on 4 different devices. There's a way to ask the tougher questions, and I'm good with that. There's a way to be critical and not be a dick about it. It's one of the reasons why I watch the Side-Eye Guy and I watch Beardo Get Scared. And I'm holding my breath for the day that happens. When someone says, you should check out Old Spirits Investigations. I mean, Beardo knows about us because he has responded to some of our stuff. Well, he's responded to at least one thing in the past. And he has also seen me on his channel before. So he knows I exist. That 4 different devices caught that. Yeah, that's not a coincidence. And again, the thing about that, Jason, that fascinates me so much is that we did catch it on 4 different devices. And we shouldn't have. But there it is. And it's when you eliminate everything else and you're sitting there and you're going, what the F is that? That's the magic, baby. That's the whole. That is why I've been enjoying this so much. And I get a lot of joy out of this. I get a lot of joy out of introducing this to people. And I cannot wait when I finish all this and Steve finishes his and we unveil it to the party, everybody had, and that's the other thing that meant the world to me. Everybody had a great time. Everybody had a great time there, and that was the main thing. I wanted people to not only have an experience, and whatever that experience is, it's going to be different for every person. But I wanted to make sure everybody had a good time, because this does not have to be like Sam and Colby or Zach Baggins. It does not have to be that way. It's something I say to everybody that wants to do this. I'm like, the first place I'm going to take you is not going to be, it's not going to be someplace like a prison or an asylum. That's like learning how to swim by going Acapulco cliff diving, right? I enjoy it for what it is and seeing you have fun with it. It's why I stay even after you shifted from primary game. And thank you. And I appreciate that, Jason. I do. I sincerely do that.
And I got to say, that's what I appreciate about you.
But I would also say that it's just a whole different perspective that I've gotten on things. And I will say I get more disappointed at places and people that are trying to punk one another. Good example. I found out. So one of the things about the Stanley Hotel, the Stanley Hotel is considered one of the great meccas. You know, everybody wants to go to the Stanley Hotel. It's kind of like going to the Conjuring House. Well, first of all, I got issues with the Conjuring House because of the Warrens. I got issues with the Conjuring House because every investigation that I've seen of the Conjuring House has put me to sleep. Do I think there's something at the Conjuring House? It could be, but I look at Conjuring House no different than the Hinsdale House. The whole thing, the whole mess and hullabaloo over Bathsheba, thanks to the Warrens. The Warrens can kindly F off. I'm just not a big fan of the Warren cinematic universe. I don't think they were the saints people made them out to be. That's my first issue. Second thing I'm not real crazy about with the Warrens is they would make claims they couldn't back. So yeah, one of the things I learned though about the Stanley Hotel is that when some people are on the ghost tours of the Stanley Hotel, if other staff members are walking by and they see the tour, they'll tap on the windows, they'll knock on the doors, they'll do that kind of crap. And I'm sorry, if I were, and they have paranormal investigators on site. And if I was one of those paranormal investigators, I'd be getting people fired because I'm like, do not F with my job. And I remember hearing one of the people who used to be a paranormal investigator in residence at the Stanley say, when I first got there, I was really excited. I was really pumped. I was ready to investigate the Stanley Hotel and find out what the story was. And after I'd been there, I realized I was no longer there for the paranormal. I was there for the guests. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons to be skeptical in this. And I it's funny, we started a rewatch of the X-Files. I figured that I would also tell you that too, Adam. Originally, I was going to, if things had gone differently a week and a half ago, if things had gone differently, I was going to do a rewatch of The West Wing. But with the way things have been, I instead have started a rewatch of the X-Files. And I'll tell you this, one, it feels cathartic to watch the X-Files with the way everything's been going lately. Secondly, the X-Files ages like fine wine. Oh my God. The introduction of Toombs, of Eugene Toombs. It was the third episode of season 1. Squeeze. Oh my God, that thing is just that is just delicious horror. It really is. Point I'm getting at is the more Scully talks, the more I'm like, that's me. That's me. Oh, I started rewatching Fringe. Also a good choice. Also a good choice. I've heard good things about Late Night with the Devil. I've heard it's a great quote unquote period piece. But the Warrens were basically typical YouTubers for YouTube, and they started off with great intentions, and then it became more about how do we get on the Merv Griffith show. That's my humble 2 cents. I know I'm completely unhinged right now.
You better settle down over there. I'm gonna come talk to
And
you.
I know we got to get back to this footage. We got to get back in this footage.
Stay on target.
I am.
Stay on target.
So let me bring it back around here. I don't mind the tough questions, whether on YouTube or Twitch. I do not mind the tough questions. It makes me a better paranormal investigator. All right.
You want to hear something crazy? Calvin was succeeded by someone named Charles Milton Price. I don't know, because we got Charles a few times.
I got Charles too a couple times.
I don't know
this
why,
weekend.
but
they said there was nobody Charles here.
Yeah.
So you made it go red.
That's not like I said. That's me.
Bold assumption.
Yeah.
Are you Charles?
Are you Charles?
That's what I
or are
appreciate
you
about you.
Calvin?
Thank you.
Yes.
Now, why do I think that says yes? Because what I think is interesting is that the portal had been going off rather rapidly, right? Twice here, twice here. You notice the gaps in between. And then there's this huge gap. There's this huge gap. And then when they ask a direct question, it comes back and it sounds like yes. That's interesting. So we saw the Ghost Brothers live at Penhurst Paracon. And let me tell you something, Adam. Those guys are a freaking riot. I have not laughed so damn hard as I did when I saw them. They were amazing. They were amazing.
Yes.
Because when you think about it, think about this. Take a listen to what was asked right before this popped up.
Yeah. Are you Charles?
Are you Charles or are you Calvin?
Yes.
I don't know. I couldn't.
I got a yet.
I need you to say it very clearly, please. Is this Charles? Please. Is this Charles? Yes or no?
Steady.
Steady. Steady. Steady. That could be in reference to a lot of things. It could be in reference to the the stream of questions, the activity. Who knows? Who knows? Again, that's up to interpretation. It's up to interpretation.
Steady.
That's not a yes or a no. I need a yes or a no.
Yeah. The thing I really loved about Liana, this is the first time we ever investigated with Liana Rupert. Liana was absolutely amazing because she was bringing the same force of nature focus that she has with probably everything in her life to this, and it was really, really interesting to be a part of it. It really was. So she's pressing for the yes, no. I'm trying to remember if we got it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Charles. Do you have anything you want to tell us? We don't know a lot about you. We'd love to learn about you. I didn't catch that. I'm so sorry.
That sounds like help me.
I didn't catch that. I'm so sorry.
Help me. No. I'm not going to give you that one, Phil. Not going to give you that one. No. Phil is like the Spirit Talker app of the portal. He will go to the worst possible deduction, and I love him for it. But no, not that time.
Did you say help me?
That sounds like help me, didn't it?
Did you say help me?
That sounds like help me, didn't it?
Did you?
Huh.
That sounds like help me, didn't it?
Did you say help me?
No.
Phil, come here. No, stay, Leon, you stay there. You stay there.
No, don't.
Like 2 footprints standing right behind you, right?
Okay, don't move. Oh, you can take a picture, right?
I'm trying.
Are you standing? I just got
Operation
freezing.
succeeded. You have what looks like 2 footsteps behind you.
Literally right where your left foot is.
Did she move back that way?
No.
Now, here's where things get awkward. And I have to find out if Steve actually got the photograph of it, or if, because the only photograph I have so far is the one of the handprint on Liana's chest. But this is not what I would call great footage, because I can't see what they are seeing. This is a time where you either want to have some video or you want to have some still shots of whatever they're looking at. But but here, so yeah, I've got to make sure that let me see. So where would I put this? How about easiest thing to do is for me to check with Liana and see what pictures Liana got. All right, so let me just just dive in here and go, hey, dirty Evan Heavy. Dorito. Come on, Dorito. Okay. Thank you, Dorito. All right. All right, back to it.
Are you behind
So you just
me?
saw them up here.
Yes.
Are you behind me?
That
Can
is
you
Right
say yes?
by your left foot.
Yeah. Come here, Dorito. Hey, Dorito. Oh, he found treats. Dorito, you want to come over here? Come here. Oh, I got to tell you a quick story about Dorito. I've got to tell you a quick story about Dorito. Hold on. I'm going to grab him. What? Where'd you go, Dorito? Dorito, did you just leave? Seriously, Dorito, you left? You left. Dorito? Dorito? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Oh, you gonna come up here? Come on, there you go. Ah. Yeah. Okay, this is Dorito, the crime lord. Hang on. There you go. There he is. There he is. Mwah. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. You're not a crime lord. So you get a kick out of this. Actually, no, I take it back. I'm not going to tell the story because it's starting to get late, and I want to make sure I get a little further into the footage before I wrap it up. just remind me. You'll have to write down a note for yourself, Sam. But remind me to tell you about Dorito and Hudson after I got back from this event. Okay? Make sure to make a note for yourself so that I can tell you the story, because it's a wild one. It's a wild one. And it hasn't happened since. And I'm just gonna tease you with that. Okay. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to this footage.
Its right foot is like pointing right at you.
Is this Charles behind me?
I just got. Now I'm freezing.
I'm freezing. I got
I'm literally. Look.
Dude. I thank you so much, but I need to know if this is Charles or if this is the thing that grabbed me earlier. So the thing that grabbed me earlier, we're going to talk about boundaries.
Boundaries, very important.
I know this is Trump's America, but you weren't alive now, so that doesn't apply to you.
Ouch.
You're still in jail. Yep.
Evaluation.
You don't get evaluation.
Man, I didn't even hear what the I can't even hear the box.
Very important.
I know this is Trump's America, but you weren't alive now, so that doesn't apply to you. You're still in jail. Yep.
Evaluation.
Oh, whoops. Don't worry, you didn't miss much. Just a awkward. There you go. Thank you. Now everybody's telling me, everybody, yay! Thank you. All right. You didn't miss anything. Don't worry.
You don't get to evaluate me. You're dead. I'm the live one. What's behind me? Is it Charles? Say yes. If it's not Charles, say no. You got me. You're dead. I'm the live one. What's behind me? Is it Charles? Say yes. If it's not Charles, say no. You gotta wait till I finish because I'm talking over you and I can't understand. One more time. I almost sounded like follow.
Hey Phil, come here for a sec.
We need to be. Oh, we are recording. Yeah.
No, you actually stay there.
Speaking of Hudson.
Okay, see to the right. I'm gonna pan over it.
It just said right. Yeah. It just said right.
Watch it move.
That was the second screen we just heard.
Okay, hang on. Are you creeping out? Okay. I think I just heard it say, "Did you hear that?"
I'm gonna pan over it.
It just said right. Yeah. It just said right.
Watch it move.
Yeah. Did you hear that? See, the problem is that, and this isn't really a problem. It's just something you have to be aware of. Everybody's getting so excited they're talking over what's happening on the portal, and that's sort of the risk that you take when you start incorporating ITC devices.
There. Okay, see to the right. I'm gonna pan over it.
It just said right. Yeah. It just said right.
Watch it move.
But I'm pretty sure I just caught in there. Did you hear that? I felt it, right? Right, little guy? Hello? Do you want to get up here? Do you want to get up here? Or you just want me to scratch your butt? I can scratch your butt. And he's down. And he's down. Scritch the butt, and now he's back up. Okay. Now that we have a front view of the portal, I can now move. The portal title. Whoops. Not like that. Go here. There you go. Yes. All right. Thank you, everybody, for alerting me that I was still in intermission. I would have ended the stream in intermission. I didn't want to do that. Okay. Let's see how we do here. So.
I almost sounded like follow.
Hey Phil, come here for a sec.
We need to be. Oh, we are recording. Yeah.
No, you should ask you to stay there. Okay, see to the right. I'm gonna pan over it.
It just said right.
Yeah.
It just.
I didn't even hear it say right.
Stay there. Okay, see to the right. I'm gonna pan over it.
It just said right.
Yeah.
It.
Okay, see to the right. I'm gonna pan over.
Oh, it's yeah, maybe.
See to the right. I'm gonna pan over it.
It just said right.
Yeah.
It just said right.
Watch it move.
That was the second screen we just heard.
It's like it's growing. You see
Yeah,
it kind of
I see it. I see it.
That was the second screen we just heard.
It's like it's growing. You see
Yeah,
it kind of
I see it. I see it.
Okay, hold on just a second. It just said listen.
Okay, that I will give it. Yeah, that does sound like listen.
Okay, hold on just a second.
It sounds very quick, but that's definitely listen.
A second.
What are you doing here, buddy? No. I'm flopping is what I'm doing. I'm flopping, Dad. I'm doing a floppy. He's being a bit silly.
That was the second screen we just heard.
It's like it's growing. You see
Yeah,
it kind of
I see it. I see it.
Okay, hold on just a second. It just said listen. It like backed me up. Okay, I have a theory. So I have a protection, that guy in a brown cardigan, and I have a big
Oh, no,
thing
never
that
mind.
always
That's
follows
a
me.
reflection.
Are
Oh, it
you
was
one
reflection.
of my
Okay, good
things?
job, Steve. Good job.
Are you one of my things? Are you something from this house?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it was reflection. Okay, good job, Steve. Good job.
Are you one of my things? Are you something from this house?
Okay, so if anybody sees a shadow pass in front of the mirror, that is a shadow of Phil and Thormagander who are walking into frame. So that's what's happening there. No shadow figures in the window, in the mirror. No portals happening. That is just that is Phil and Thor.
Dude, answering constantly, and then two footsteps appeared right behind me.
Were you in
Said follow.
were you in the other room just now?
Huh?
No, I just heard it say no.
Were you in the other room just now?
Yeah, that was a no. That was a very clear no. That was a very clear no.
Follow.
Were you in the other room just now?
Huh?
Were you in the,
Said follow.
were you in the other room just now?
Huh? We need clear answers. If you need any energy from us to make that happen, you have my consent. You can take whatever energy.
Those footsteps are still right beside you. Yeah.
I feel something behind me. I'm like, but it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel good.
Did you activate Fast Eddie in the other room? It turned red.
Did I just say Eddie? It sounded like I said Eddie.
It doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel good.
Did you activate Fast Eddie in the other room? It turned red.
Oh wow.
Fast Eddie in the other room? It turned red. Did you activate Fast Eddie in the other room? It turned red.
It does sound like it says Eddie. It does.
Did you activate Fast Eddie in the other room? It turned
Well done, Thor.
It doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel good.
Did you activate Fast Eddie in the other room? It turned red.
Did I just say Eddie? It sounded like he said Eddie.
Wait a minute.
Eddie. It sounded like he said Eddie. It turned red. Did it just say Eddie? It sounded like he said Eddie. It turned red. Did it just say Eddie? It sounded like he said Eddie.
I mean, it sounds like he says Eddie, and then there's another voice that chimes in there. He did. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that back again. You never disappoint. You never disappoint, do you, Linville Manor? You never freaking disappoint.
It doesn't matter.
Did you activate Fast Eddie in the other room? It turned red.
Did it just say Eddie? It sounded like he said Eddie.
Do you want to talk with us? We're going to go to the library. Do you want to join us?
Ever.
What is it?
Ever.
Ever.
Library. Do you want to join us?
Ever.
What was that? That feeling? I'm going to go with that. That's what it sounds like to me. It says that feeling. That's what it sounds like to me. That feeling. That's a tricky one. That's definitely a tricky one.
Ever.
Hopefully. I heard hopefully.
I heard hopefully as well.
Why don't you come?
Hopefully. I heard hopefully.
I heard hopefully as well.
If you pronounce it hopefully, which I don't think that doesn't sound right to me at all. I've never heard anyone pronounce it hopefully. So no.
Wow.
Why don't you come join us?
You're welcome to join us.
I love libraries. I'm a book nerd. I'm reading Elfsmut right now. You want to talk about Elfsmut?
Oh man, we talking about Elfsmut?
Yeah, I got into Agatar. I'm fucked, but not in the fun way.
I mean, not in like the.
I'm gonna have to bleep that out. Thanks, Liana. Gonna have to bleep that out.
Yeah, I don't have any hot like elf.
This might be weird, but I want to stand right where the footprints I see are.
Okay.
There's nothing weird about that.
Okay.
Saying a lot of stuff.
I mean, look at what we're doing right now, Steve.
It's like right here.
There is no.
I feel that. I feel it.
I'm just gonna take that picture.
Oh, do you
strength?
Good catch. That did sound like strength. But this just goes to show you how it sounds from one person to the next person. And that's normal. That is normal. ITC devices, most of them are very much up to interpretation. But if you're using multiple devices in the field and you're keeping an open mind, there may be some correlation between, say, the Paratech and a portal, or a portal and a REM pod. But you have to, if you lean or reliant on one device, that can get a bit dicey. Okay.
I'm just gonna take that picture. Oh,
Oh, do you?
Strength.
I could grab.
That's interesting that it says strength if this is a military person, because I'm literally standing at parade rest right now because this is how I feel protected.
Conclude.
Because this is how I feel. This is how I feel. How I feel.
Now, what's interesting about this is Thormagander came in and said, "We're heading to the library. Would you like to join us?" And that's when, and shortly after that, we get on the Paratech, we get conclude. Which makes sense because we're getting ready to wrap up.
I'm literally standing at parade rest right now because this is how I feel protected. Are you ready for us to be done? Or you want us to move on? Because we're going to a different room. You said conclude. Was that about that?
Extremely menacing me.
Sorry.
No, that was the point. Steve flirting at
soon.
You know.
Sorry.
Get a picture of me.
Like, yes, you bet.
Like just from this. Oh, hi.
Oh, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. Please stop.
Me?
Don't say why. Please stop.
Hi.
Oh, no, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. Please stop.
Me?
Don't say.
That doesn't sound like why to me, but okay. I'll okay. Excuse me, everybody. I'm awake now. Woo! Okay.
Please stop.
Me?
Don't.
No, I didn't hear why. I hear.
Don't say why. Please stop.
Thank you.
I said why when I said please stop.
It did say why.
There's something going like this. Like it keeps doing that. Like, are you giving me a massage?
Do you want to come to the other room with us? We're going to the library.
22.
All right. Let me back up. I just was sending Phil a quick shot to say, try me. Interesting. I didn't even hear that. I just heard a.
Do you want to come to the other room with us? We're going to the library. Other room with us? We're going to the library.
That's a something something. It almost sounds like it's saying that's a flat joke, but I know that's not what it's saying in that moment there.
Room with us? We're going to the library.
22. 22.
We're not
Whoa.
I heard, what are you doing?
That's what I
heard.
What are you doing?
I heard 22, and the thermal said 20.2.
We're trying to talk in the other room, so if you want to join us, we know.
Initiative.
Initiative.
Yes, we know.
Okay, so the Paratech is over here. You good? All right. We actually made some great headway tonight, so I'm pretty happy.
Initiative.
I hate to leave here.
Initiative?
We're getting so much, but I don't want to stay in one spot.
Exactly.
I just said initiative.
If you want to come
Roll
join
for
us,
initiative?
we're going to be in the library.
That's awesome.
You should come join us, but we got to walk away for now.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Hey, yo.
Follow us, please. You're welcome.
LWG, thank you for that raid.
I swear I just heard a step.
Thank you for that
As
raid.
I was turning the volume down.
We can't stay, but you're
Yeah.
welcome to come with us.
And guess what? We're going to come
Thank
back
you.
into this room later, and some of us are going to play a game. As I was turning the volume down.
We can't stay, but you're
Yeah.
welcome to come with us.
And guess what? We're going to come
Thank
back
you.
into this room later, and some of us are going to
Come with
And
us.
guess what? We're going to come
Thank
back
you.
into this room later, and some of us are going to play. Back into this room later, and some of us are going to play a game. I was turning the volume down.
We can't stay, but you're
Yeah.
welcome to come with us.
And guess what? We're going to come
Thank
back
you.
into this room later, and
That's another. I'm not sure about that one. But it's so sharp. I feel like it needs to be acknowledged a bit. So.
Can't stay, but you're
Yeah.
welcome to come with us.
And guess what? We're going to come
Thank
back
you.
into this room later, and some of us are going to play a game. And maybe you
I
can
said
participate.
ready.
You ready? Okay. Well, game. It's not. We're going to play a game.
It is funny. It is always fascinating to me what, you replay something. And how are you doing, LWG? Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for that raid. Certainly do appreciate it. What you get up to? As you see, we are reviewing some footage from our most recent paranormal investigation because before the end of this month, Steve Sale and I are going to have our OSI Dungeons and Dragons collaboration ready and presentable for YouTube. But I'm always fascinated by what, when I hit replay, you can't quite figure out what's being said, but then it's in the moment you are convinced of what's going on there. Finished playing Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. Now, what is Excavation of Hobbs Barrow? What is that? Is that like a TTRPG? Is it like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing, or is it something entirely different? Sounds neat. Does sound neat. Is it a horror game? A fantasy adventure? Tell me a little bit about it.
Come with
And
us.
guess what? We're going to come back into this room later, and some of us are going to play a game. And maybe you can
I said
participate.
ready.
You ready? Okay. Well, game. It's not.
It's a Dungeons and Dragons game. You're gonna love it, and you can actually play. If you want to stay here, you can play with us. You'll actually be a character in our game.
The people you like, help them roll what's called a natural 20. We'll explain to you later.
Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. Dude, that was so on
very
point.
interesting.
That was so on point.
Generating another word.
And I think we'll end on this word just to see what the word is.
Feel very tight in the chest.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Like
It's
I
like-
just felt it. I also felt it in my back a minute ago, but now it's like right in my chest.
Yeah, this thing is aggressive. There's some embrace.
Oh, that's interesting. Right as I was.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing is aggressive. There's some embrace. There's some. Yeah, this thing is aggressive. There's some embrace.
Oh, that's interesting. Right as I was.
Yeah. You can embrace, but remember
Yeah.
to be gentle about it because you really did hurt me earlier. I felt my hands, like fingers crack. Like it really did hurt.
I'm the first person to love a hug. I come from a family of huggers.
And on that note, I think it's a perfect place to stop. I come from a family of huggers. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do, you Italian stallion. Oh, it's Cosmic Horror. Oh, I like that. It's the point and click adventure game. Nicely done. Sounds like a lot of fun. Very cool. Thank you for sharing that with us. And thank you for coming on by. We really do appreciate it. Sadly, you're catching me as we are getting ready to wrap things up because, yeah. This has been a good night. This has been a really good night. And we're making headway. Now, this is just Phil's footage. This is just Phil's footage. I haven't even looked at my footage yet. The plan is that what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at Phil's footage, then I'm going to look at my footage, and then we're going to try to make the two fit. And then we're going to start piecing together the episode. Now, always a good time night seeing you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, Adam. Yeah, we are going to. I don't want anybody to leave though. Please don't leave. I want to send the love somewhere. I want to send the love somewhere. So let me go ahead and find out who's on. Doug's on. Doug's on. Let's let you know what. Well, let me see how long he's been on, because he might be wrapping up. Let me just see how long Doug's been on. Oh, only 2.5 hours? 2.5 hours? That is merely a drop in the bucket. That is merely a drop in the bucket for Doug. So let's go ahead and let's say hey to Doug. And you know what to do. Now, when you get to Doug's channel, be ready. He's got nearly 8,000. He's got over 8,000 people watching. He's good people, though. But you know what to do. If you've got a tier 1 sub, you can just copy pasta this message into Doug's chat. But if you don't have a tier 1 sub, and that's okay if you don't have a tier 1 sub, I'm cool with that. Just make sure you go on ahead and you put your own message together that says it's a tea party and cheers from the Monster Mash. I really appreciate each and every one of you being here. Thank you all so much. If you have never seen Doug, strap in. Strap in. It's gonna be a wild ride. It's gonna be a wild ride. Until next time, I will talk to you all later. Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow. We're gonna game. I just don't know with what. We'll find out. Okay, everybody. Mwah. Peace. Thanks again.
What do you think, chat? Did I cook?
Chooch, printing.
Hey, T-Monster, what's up?
Do you think Titanfall 2's campaign was one of the best?
You're catching me at a bad time.
It's only 9.99 on Steam. What a steal.
I hope you're doing great. Thank you for it. I hope you had a good stream. There's been this really funny joke earlier that chat said, so I keep laughing at it. You missed it. But I made a game.
I'm rigging the moon.
So what's new? Not much.
What if every time you left click the game applies a new filter?
So that is way too complex right now. I think I have no ability and focus on anything other than just savoring this challenge that we built together for the last 10 seconds. I mean minutes. I mean 2 hours.